here we go. Hey everybody, it's me, J Bear.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
We did it. We did it, everybody.
We absolutely did it. Oh yes, Jay, you are streaming the footage.
Yes.
I took a huge bite of food immediately before you went live.
I thought you said I thought you were gonna say I took a huge bong hit.
That would have been a much better preparation.
Yeah. I took.
Unfortunately, I'm just really hungry.
Imagine taking a huge bong hit right before you go live, and then as you go live, you're just like, "Hey."
Hey everyone.
Yeah.
I don't need to imagine what that's like, because every time I play video games with my dedicated Dark Souls Monster Hunter Splatoon group, that happens every 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, so what are we gonna do next? Long pause. Let's hunt a Brachydios.
Chat wants to know what you're eating, AV. I part of the reason why I'd take a second to set up was because I was scarfing down some stir fry I had made.
I made a really cool like fried rice thing with like black rice. It has like a miso, honey, and red pepper dressing over like fried black rice with like carrots and celery and this like spicy chicken sausage. Oh, and mushrooms, and the spicy chicken sausage they had at Trader Joe's. It's very good.
That is
Sounds really good.
That does sound really good.
Can you send some over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat?
Yeah, I scraped off some of my stir fry on Tony's plate, so she can have
Thank you.
some.
Yeah,
We're
I'll
all
put it in the
doing, like,
mail
a
right
food
now.
share.
I actually made a bunch of spring rolls, so if anyone
Oh, I
wants
would love a
to...
spring roll.
Oh,
That
oh
sounds
my
like
God,
that
can I
sounds like
have
it would hit
one?
the spot.
Yeah, of course, obviously. Yeah, I would like realized I had the like papers for it, and I also had like the rice vermicelli and all that, and I was like, oh, I have like everything for this. And I put fried spam in it.
Oh my god, that sounds so good.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
Oh,
I'll
I
help
need
myself.
to get spam to start putting in my stir fry. My current protein is I just bought from the Asian market some like I don't know how to describe it other than like thin shavings of like a beef brisket that are frozen, so then I can just pull them out and like fry them proportionally for each dish. And then I got all the veggies, and I'm gonna pre-cook those just so that way like I fry it all up in a batch. Where it's like I fry the noodle, I fry the meat, I refry the veggie, and then I mix it all together.
Wait, are you buying very thinly sliced meat from like an Asian grocery?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's the way to go. That's the way to live your life. I am such a huge fan of like thinly sliced meat like that. It's so convenient.
It's so good. Yeah, my boyfriend turned me onto it because he got some at H Mart and made us. Fuck, I can't remember. I want to say like a scramble or something. Like he made us something with it, and it was some of the best like fucking meat I've had for something like that. I don't live near an H Mart, but I do live near a nice little Asian market. Anyway, I forgot that Max Payne was fucking off the shits. Last time we left him off.
Oh, he's high.
Oh jeez, what the fuck? See, I missed this game before, so I'm now just.
Do you want? We can watch the previously.
I couldn't tell you a single thing that happened last time on Max Payne.
So we woke up in a hospital, and some dudes tried to whack us, and our partner got killed, and then we ran into the girl from the first game, whom we thought had died, but she hadn't, and she was like, we gotta stop meeting like this, and then she left, and now late goodbye, that's backwards. Anyway, and now we're in our apartment, and I think having a dream sequence or something, because there's my wedding ring, and there's my wife's headshot for when she wanted to be an actress. But we watched something on TV that was like basically like, a note was slipped under my door, and then a note was slipped under our door, so it's probably a dream sequence.
I mean, this looks like a dream sequence.
Yeah. Maybe this is just what the world looks like to Max Payne.
It's what the world looks like to me. Actually, wait. Where's my weed?
You ever get so high you start seeing things in fisheye?
This is like,
I wish.
this is when I try and look at real things in the world with my reading glasses.
Will you try using your reading glasses for non-reading purposes?
I know, it keeps on happening to me because I'm like, I'll just get up from my computer for a minute and then I'm like, then I am in vertigo.
Bro, somebody got a bunch of Amazon packages.
Nice.
Ooh. Ooh.
Wait,
Hi, Sky Coffin. What? Is that a lighter I'm hearing? Is someone
Holy
lighter?
shit.
that's probably fork.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I accidentally clicked off of the game for a second. Whoa!
Oh my god, I love you rolling through this. It looks so
Yeah,
good.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh, look at
really
the air you
weird.
get off of these
I
stairs.
can't believe how good this looks.
I love these. Remedy fucking loves to just put weird ass visual effects in their games, and they always look so cool.
This
I
is
can,
if you're
I
a
can-
good art director, you can do anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what.
I can see where they started, like, I'm really starting to see Alan Wake and Control out of this.
Yeah.
You know?
I think
Yeah,
this is
I can definitely see that.
my partner, my police partner. Whoa!
Sorry, I woke you.
What? Wait, what happened?
You must tell me.
Wait, whoa, what?
I think I hit jump
Better
as a
answer that.
cutscene started, and so I might have skipped it by accident.
That was weird.
Let me.
Yeah, just reload.
Yeah.
And just do some cool stunts.
Yeah, I'll just do some more cool stuff. I'm gonna dive through these boxes.
Hell
Look
yeah.
at them just putting them here, being like, "Please do this. We want you to see this."
Oh my god, that was so satisfying just to watch.
Right? Ugh. Addie Illman's Justin Bieber's Baby Slowed Down to 400% is a really good song. I guess it's like an album at that point. It's really long. So she comes out of here. Yeah, I think my problem was that I was jumping, and because I was jumping, I accidentally skipped the cutscene. Oh, let me let you out of there. There you go. What's up?
Max, sorry, I woke you.
There she is.
How did the corpse just disappear? Oh shit, you're having a hallucination.
No, she just got up.
It's a secret.
Saffron has paid for an anecdote.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever been this fucked up?
Yeah, have you ever been this fucked up? Fuck, do I have any good times I've been this fucked up? Oh, yes. So one of the last times I smoked THC weed, because I only smoke CBD, I was like with my partner, and we were in bed together, cuddling, and I thought I heard Sandstorm by Darude, and I
Oh
was
my
just
God.
like paralyzed
I
with
did
fear
that.
for like 10 minutes. Like, that's it. I have developed psychosis. I have gone insane and I am hallucinating Darude Sandstorm. And then I asked my partner at the time, I was like, did
Oh
you
my
just... I'm sorry, did Darude Sandstorm just play? And he was like, I don't think so. And so I was just like, the whole night I was like, fuck, I can't do this again. This was too much. Several hours later, no, like 20 minutes later, his roommate comes upstairs. So this was right before there was a huge storm that was gonna hit Seattle, and it was like really hyped up by the news. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. And his roommate just goes, hey, do you guys want to come downstairs and listen to Darude's Before the Storm? We're listening to it before the storm. And I was
my
like,
God.
That was I did hear it. I did hear Darude's sandstorm. Literally, I've never felt more relieved in my life.
I feel like most of the hallucination stories I hear are that the hallucination was absolutely not a hallucination at all.
I did hallucinate, but it was like rainbow trails along things.
Okay.
It was like I described it as that kind of like marching ants. I described it at the time as like rainbow macaroni. It was like macaroni art, kind of like a, you know, like when you used to select things on very old computers, it would do that like kind of like marching ants sort of thing.
Yes. Sorry, I'm
It was
just
like-
doing this so we can see the subtitles.
That but rainbow.
I haven't thought about
around
the
a lot of
marching ants thing in ages. Also, Elbent, to answer your question, absolutely Max Payne. Oh, fuck! In terms of what weed strain would you smoke? Max Payne, Alan Wake, or Control.
Just
You have
tell
no
us
other.
what you did.
Payne, you're done. Everything you say will be used against you.
What are you hiding? She's alive, isn't
Yeah.
she?
Fucking near you, they die.
Look at all these like fake Max
Look
Paynes in the background.
I would smoke Max Payne.
Do I get my phone
You already got it.
Because that is the kind of name that comes attached to weed that I often like, which is like, I am a freak that likes sativas.
Whoa.
Don't get any bright ideas.
Sorry, I'm looking
Or
at-
Control. I
I'm
would
looking
also
at
smoke
numbers.
Control.
Control sounds like it would probably be the one that the weed shop guy would be like, this one gives you like a really good heady high. It's great if you want to smoke weed and just get really creative. By which they mean it's great if you want to smoke weed and then not move from your couch for 5 hours thinking about a single episode of King of the Hill that you watched.
That's like
Yeah.
and the psychopath that seeks that in weed.
Yeah, that's what Control
I'm
makes
not
me
fucking
think of.
kidding you. I literally like when it's like time to get weed, I sort like flower by whatever has the highest THC, and I just get
Ripped.
whatever like looks good in like the first like 6 entries.
I like this, we accidentally left a gun. Hallucination where they left a gun in the eyewitness room, so I just took it and shot them. I've been this high. Alan Wake is like the one where they're like, oh, it's got like a nice like orangey taste to it when you smoke it. So it's great for like a breakfast blunt. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, it's called Alan Wake. It's got like kind of like blueberries and like
It's got
macadamia to it.
hints of blackcurrant
Yeah.
and like applewood.
Shut the fuck up. Applewood are like the top like wine bullshit.
Yeah, I know. That I like literally only think of the word
Max,
blackcurrant
I'm
in
not
relation
here,
to
kid.
like
Yes, man.
yeah, to like sommeliers and stuff.
When people say something
You are
has
in
hints of
danger.
black currant, what they mean is that it
Both of
tastes
us
like an
are.
item in your mouth.
There's a contract out on us.
So I've said before that my only
Okay.
fine dining, like super fine dining experience that I really liked and that I actually thought the food was like worth a damn was Chez Panisse in Berkeley, which is Alice Waters' restaurant. And one of the weirdest things about it was that we got the wine, which by the way was like a few $100s. But
They found me.
I mean he worked hard for that money. But
This was a mistake.
the thing about that was that I asked them questions about the wine, and all of the stuff they had to say about the wine, which they knew everything about the wine, was so unpretentious and straightforward that I was just like, oh, I wasn't expecting that at all. Like they were just like sincerely speaking about the wine in ways that actually made sense, and that like I don't know, were like, oh, it has a little bit of this fruit in it, etc. So that's why you're tasting it like this or whatever. And I was like, oh, this is not bullshit. I feel like I'm so used to just like all wine conversation being absolute bullshit from most places.
They also like to throw in shit that's like not flavors. Like they'll be like, "Oh, you'll taste a bit of houndstooth in it." Like, motherfucker, that's a pattern. You're not. You can't fucking. Fuck you.
That's a pattern.
You'll taste some fatherly acceptance
Yes.
from this.
This is like a great get up and go wine for like if you're in the mood for something flirty and fun.
Flirty.
It is true that nobody describes wine like that, for better or for worse.
What the fuck is wrong with my washer? Is this a deep
grinder?
Is this a deep fryer? Bro, Maxway's got an air fryer in his bathroom.
Like, what the fuck is that? Is that like... It's like somebody put a lid on top of a washer. It's like a washer's inside with a dryer's outside. How good is that possible?
Does it have one of those like trays? I don't know if you've seen. I know that our entire world is separate from people who go to the store and buy a new washing machine. But have you seen the ones that come with like a little sink thing that you can flop down in case you shit your pants? Do you know what I'm talking about?
What?
What? Is it like a mini thing where it's like, oh, this is too much doo doo and puke on it. I don't want to put it in with my regular clothes. Is that what you're saying?
It's like a little like. It's like a thing. It's like a little door that you can pull down.
Oh my god, she murdered all these guys in the hallway.
It's a little thing that you can pull down that like you can like set it so that the water like pours into this thing, and I think it's for like pre-treating stains. But it seems to exist for when people shit their pants.
Careful
to me,
with that gun, lady.
The detective from 304.
it has that energy.
Gun like this,
The pre-treating stains bit seemed a little bit more likely.
Yeah, it's probably that.
I have a right to
A certain shit your pants quality.
I think I just watched this woman gun down a dude and then offer me another shotgun. I love her. She rules. It's a shame that she appears to live in a... Oh, okay, I was going to say, it's a shame she appears to live in a no-bedroom fucking house.
Yeah, Akasaka is correct. It's for filling your bong at the washing machine.
Oh, I got...
Good. Oh, drink coward. Hold up. Where's my pen? There it is.
Speaking of, today's flavor is a Steel Reserve Blackberry of the Alloy series. If you taste it, you'll get kind of like a heady, walnutty taste. You know, this is really great if you're like, you know, trying to smoke weed, trying to fuck, trying to like get bitches. It's a great drink for that.
Jay, I can't wait.
I'm sorry, what?
You can't wait till what?
I can't wait to drink a Steel Reserve with you again.
God, me too.
I want to drink something. I want to drink something tall and blue.
Well,
I'm
the new Avatar is coming out too.
I was about to say James Cameron's got you hooked up.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Can
I wish.
one of these guys like?
I wish I could be seeing Heaven's Feel. I'm drinking a beer called Joker.
Ooh.
I just
Are
realized.
we gonna become the Joker?
Good.
I'm already there. I'm already the female Joker. Or the... God,
The choker.
The Sheeker?
We've decided this. It's joke her.
Good.
That's right, we did that. The Joker. The Jokestress was gonna be my next.
Diker.
The Diker I really like.
I am becoming the Jiker, the Dyke Joker.
I'm going to become the Jiker.
Oh my god.
Who has become the Joker?
We watch a lot of female Joker movies. There's been so many movies with like.
Oh yeah, Nymphomaniac is the original female Joker movie.
Okay. You're so right, and Brew literally said that when I made her watch Nymphomaniac Part 2 because we couldn't find Solo.
That's the most you and Baru said.
I was gonna say, we need to just start taking advantage of like watching movies together or something. Every time you guys have a film program. Speaking of,
I came to see you, but now that I'm here,
I need. Whoa, that was a loud noise. I need to start figuring out how to do the Twitch stream for movie nights on Discord. Now that I've got that set up. I think that the first one we might do actually is this movie called #Horror that Fungus Potion recommended in the chat. I was like, oh, I've been wanting to watch this movie because the soundtrack fucking bangs. And then they posted screenshots of it, and it looks like the most deranged. It looks like a fucking psychotic movie about social media.
I love that.
If someone in the chat can post one of those screenshots, please, thank you. There's like a part, where it's one of the girls' faces looking scared, and then just blazoned over it in like Juicy Couture font glitter text is #spooky.
That's
okay.
Gotta love it.
That me and Baru watched recently. That I was prepared for it. It doesn't like super go in depth into social media specifically, but there's the like Michael Haneke movie from like 2017.
Oh yeah. I've been so interested in that. I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Yeah, it opens like it opens with like a 13-year-old girl like filming her mom on like Instagram Live and just like announcing her mom every step of her mom's like bedtime routine, and it's really and just like talking about how she hates her and shit, and like I was really prepared for like it to be some like old shit, but I feel like Michael Haneke, one of the things that I do like about Haneke is that I feel like based on his like films that absolutely predate the internet, he totally understands why teenagers use the internet and how they use it.
Yeah.
It ends up being about way different things than that, but we had fun. It's Hanukkah's Little Miss Sunshine.
Okay, I'm sold.
Little Miss Sunshine, where like the grandpa keeps trying to commit suicide and keeps getting like stopped by everyone in his family.
That's the one where like watch her cap this bad guy. Thank you.
Wait, what?
So I was like, watch this old lady just fucking shoot this guy again.
Careful with that.
Yeah, she's strapped.
Grandma's strapped.
I have another gun like this if you need it.
Love her and her fucking collection.
He gave me no choice.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, I am not a witness.
What are those weird voices?
Oh no!
This is my home, and I have a right to defend it. Oh, it's Jason Rower's fucking
Also, who's that?
Yeah, who the fuck is that? That's a great question.
Who's what?
Jason Rower.
What is that? Like a party on the dance floor kind of thing? Blood on the dance floor?
Substantially less fun person than that. He is the indie developer known for
Must we discuss him?
No, we don't actually discuss him. I can tell if people are serious or not.
Here's the thing. I'm always serious, but there's always like a hesitancy to the way people say things. Or I'm like, oh, there she is.
Yeah, all you would get is a very long history of somewhat embarrassing behavior that
Pretty embarrassing.
I guess some of it is very embarrassing, that's true.
No one's better than me out
I remember all the little stuff too, is the thing.
Right, there was like a long history with that person. And it was like, sometimes somebody makes a game that's really boring but also revolutionary for some reason. And then he keeps on doing stuff and you get progressively more worried.
Oh, okay.
There really is so many indie men.
Yeah, I really feel like I could have been describing a lot of people there.
Wait, no! Max, I didn't want you to do that.
Max, don't. Max. Max, stop, you're gonna get in trouble.
Max, stop. I don't know how I was able to like do so well before, and now it's just like, oh yeah, I can't. we go.
You're gonna have to spend points if you want somebody to explain what passage is.
Yeah.
In one sentence.
Is explaining what passage is emotional labor.
And we're also not gonna do as well as Ursa's Untitled did of describing it.
The tiny mirror window of no. Oh fuck! I remember that game. Yeah, that game was like, man. Every now and then I think about some games that got big in old indie, and I'm just like, wow, games culture was so bad that was that just like that as a concept was enough.
Yeah, no, it really was.
What if Mario, but you couldn't go left? Just right.
After the break, an all-new episode of Lords and Ladies.
Kaufman wants us taken.
Speaking of video games, what are you even doing now?
Oh, so I'm chasing after. So the girl that I had mentioned before, whom we thought was dead but isn't, showed up here because she's like, there's a contract out for both of us. And he's like, well, I'm a cop, so I'm fine. And she's like, that's not how that works, but okay, bye. And then Sniper started shooting at us both. And so she was like, yeah, I'm getting out of here. So we're following her as she also just guns down all these guys who are trying to kill both of us. But it's in my own apartment. Or it's in my apartment complex. Yeah, no, she's good. She's way better. She rules. She's a fun take on the femme fatale character.
Such a nice young man, coming to see an old lady like me.
Just passing through, man.
Such a nice boy.
Why are there so many old ladies?
I love these apartment randos. Like this is cool as fuck.
This is very. Is this supposed to be set in New York?
Yes.
Okay, great. It's accurate.
You should take them.
So I have a story, which is that
They're in the bathroom.
when I would get locked out of my first apartment, there was a very nice old lady next door who would not only would let me break into my room through climbing out of her window, but she taught me how to do it.
Ma'am, you need a new bed. I don't want to tell you how to live your life. You do not need to be sleeping on that. She was like, oh, I have painkillers in the bathroom. Where's her fucking bathroom? How many rooms does she have?
Yeah, are these rent controlled or what? They're gigantic.
Oh, fuck!
I mean, those doors. Oh my god, those doors are fucking ginormous too. Everything is scaled up a little big.
Oh, she opened the bathroom for me. After I very rudely knocked her the fuck down of her bathroom.
Yeah, I love this bedroom-sized bathroom. I feel like the toilet and bath and everything should be big.
That's like a San Francisco living room size room.
Yeah.
Alright, well, bye, ma'am. I gotta leave out your bedroom door.
I've always enjoyed how strangely sized rooms and houses are in video games, just in general.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the
things. A great thing.
It's like one of those things that's like always wrong, and like so much worse than most other things being reproduced by games. Just
yeah.
And I understand this camera stuff,
but like, for once, I want a game where like somebody's house looks like this because they're rich.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I was in fact being surveilled on, as we can tell by this very good. Wait, how do I look? G, no. F. I'm trying to remember how I can look down the scope. Options, controls.
I agree with Basalt. Demolishing things when you walk by and graze gently. It's like a well-loved like meme format at this point, but I will literally never get enough of videos of people pretending to be like Bethesda NPCs.
Yeah.
Always funny.
I saw it was like a bunch of guys in like a room full of like stackable chairs, and like they had like great glide as they were like walking and not reacting. Really great physics on that.
The way people recreate the physics in like weird video games is so impressive.
Yeah, oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's funny.
Whoa!
Literally,
This
like,
has got like a
modern
double bidet. What the fuck?
Whoa.
That's a bidet to get like your backside and your low hangers.
Dude, I want the Eiffel 5 bidet.
Yeah. The
Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, the
bidet,
Eiffel Tower
rather.
bidet.
Yes.
Sorry, I did that thing where I saw a word on the screen.
Oh, that's fine. I do that all the time.
Oh, it's just like I'm saying a sentence and one word just completely swapped with the thing that's on the screen.
I do that constantly. One person that I'm upset. The aspect of like Tim Heidecker's performance in On Cinema, where he does shit like that constantly. Honestly, like masterful acting.
Oh, like recreates like weird fucked up like physics and stuff.
Yeah, he does that. If you like, it's all fresh in my mind because I watched through all of it super recently. But he is constantly like in character, doing like these weird like slips of the tongue and stuff like that. And it's so underhanded and perfect. It's honestly incredible.
I recently found the On Cinema page. I recently made I recently found the On Cinema timeline page, so I was like, maybe I'll finally get into the On Cinema expanded universe.
Okay, I would love your thoughts on it. It would be a really good idea because they are doing an Oscar special this year.
Oh fuck! I could prep for it.
Yes. It's honestly like fucking genius, and it's incomprehensible unless you start from the beginning. But I am obsessed with it.
I wasn't gonna get through.
I would love to get into
behind
that.
the door with the sweets.
Okay. That would be great. We should definitely do that. It's great. Like, I did it a lot while I was like as background noise while I was like doing dumb like gotcha game shit, and it's like really perfect for that.
Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that.
Shout out to Sadie for watching the entire 5-hour trial.
That is like here's the thing. I almost went and saw Mr. America in theaters, and then I found out that it was a sequel to the 4-hour trials, and I was like, that's insane. I'll wait for the Criterion.
Yeah. I have the same. I watched it having watched all of On Cinema, and like, it's not worth watching unless you're familiar with On Cinema. Honestly, it's basically just like a longer On Cinema episode.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Any other way?
Which is really funny that it had like a theatrical release, didn't it?
Yeah, no, Mr. America had it. It was like released in theaters, and like the theater release for it like didn't really emphasize the fact or like make it clear that like, yeah, this is basically television episode.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you wiping your bed down? What are you?
Really glad that Vessels watched an On Cinema episode and thought it was going to be sincere.
I think like, so the episodes I've watched, I think the most insane thing about it is how they also will write this stuff around or including in like the actual films they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like that's such like inspired writing, is to be like, we're going to use what movies come out as like inspiration points for where to take our sprawling narrative next.
Yeah. The thing that I love particularly about the Oscar specials is that like, and about On Cinema in general, is that like they have a really good sense for like which movies have come out this year that are a fucking like absolute like embarrassment upon the medium of film.
Yeah.
And they make sure to make like they make sure to like rate those the most highly. Like I was fucking losing my mind at like one of the Oscars special when the year that the like a really shitty like Robert Zemeckis Marwin Call movie came out. They were doing like Marwin Call bits that were fucking like they just have that touch, like they just know. It's very like it seems like very much a project that you make when you have to live in fucking LA for work.
Yeah. Also, somebody was mentioning how Max Payne's face looks so different. I'm pretty sure it's the guy who's the face model for Alan Wake, but it's Sam Lake in like the original. I think that's why he looks so different. Cause like you can like look at his face and he like doesn't have the same cheekbones. He doesn't even really look like Sam Lake here. Yeah, no,
he
like
looks so different.
That I like. I don't know. I have such a weak spot for that anything that's of that kind of writing where it's like we are of just taking the no. Oh wait, is he asleep or did they kill him? I can't tell. I guess there's blood there. They probably killed him.
Yeah, he's in a very weird position.
Yeah, it's hard because it's like it's not a like died position. It's a like maybe that's just how he sleeps. Yeah, I don't know. I am fully admit that I am super weak for any kind of writing that is basically just we're gonna take the worst shit in media and pop culture or the world, and we're gonna write a narrative that goes along with it. And every time something awful new comes out, we're gonna figure out a way to fold that into what we're doing.
Yeah.
I've been talking a lot about Kate's work in the Discord.
Oh yeah.
And like that's the thing that like she does really well too, is just like figuring out ways to pull from something that's related to what she's interested in, or just like the stupidest shit of stuff that she's like that like is like, oh, this is pop culture, or this is the kind of stuff we should take it to a further extent, and like figuring out how to integrate that into her own like work.
God, yes. Yeah, Kate really feels like people really sleep like Kate is somebody who does have a cult following, and like she deserves it, but people are still sleeping on her.
Yeah. Like
she is such a fucking like sophisticated and strong artist.
She's one of the artists I like legitimately am like, there's gonna come a time where people are gonna like look back on her work and be like, holy shit, I can't believe this work was like as underappreciated and unknown as it was. I don't know when that'll be. Ideally, it'll be at a time when she can get a bunch of money for it.
Yeah.
And not like the annoying thing of like long after like she could make money off of it.
What I want is for Kate to get to make like an Adult Swim programming block.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want to turn on the TV at like 2 a.m. and I want to see her show.
Completely unrelated. I'm probably not going to be streaming on Saturday.
The city had swallowed Mira and my girlfriend.
No! They killed this old lady. There's a different one, I think, than the other ones.
Oh no, Gun Mom.
I think this is a different one because she didn't have a TV.
12-ounce mouth so bad.
I love.
They were spying on me.
For what it's worth, Karen Puddles, I feel like that's super common. Like that is the thing where I have known a lot of people who have read at least one of her comics, and then we're just like, yeah, I just never really followed up with her stuff. In part, I imagine because like hosting for all of her comics used to be so inconsistent that like, yeah, some of her stuff you could find on like forums. Like that was where you could find it, and like nowhere else. Oh, we got a drink, coward. I have been a fan from the jump, and I'm proud to say I have, I think, literally every physical published comic she has.
Damn, bitch! That owns.
Even shit that was, like, fucking, like Cherry. I have a print copy of Cherry somewhere. Do you know Cherry? No one knows Cherry. It's the comic that introduced one of the main demons in her comic series. Just a completely one-off story, and it had like a limited print run, and I got it.
Dangerous liaisons. Our girls are eager
Oh.
to hear from you.
I'd really like to get into Kate Worth's work. I've been wanting to for a while.
Now is a great time because Lane Zone is up, and she has the first 4 seasons of Pro Killers for free reading.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, this fucking Kill Your Payne.
Oh
That's
yeah,
so funny.
Kill Your Payne.
They have an actual video ad for it. That's so good.
That's really funny. I love. It's really cool how you can see like, oh my god, there's so many good touches. Like the fact that they have these like just a bunch of still images, and in like later games they're gonna have full FMVs.
Yeah. No, whoa, Jesus. It really is like you can see where everything like goes.
What system was this game for originally?
PC. It was a PC game originally. And then it eventually, I think, was ported to all the consoles. What do I think of Tuca and Birdie? Tuca and Birdie is the first adult cartoon I've seen that like actually enjoys being a cartoon, and for that I really like it.
Yes.
Well, I guess fucking shit like Super Jail counts, but it's the first like air quotes mainstream like primetime television adult cartoon I've seen that is actually like has fun being a cartoon and isn't just an animated sitcom.
Yeah, no, you know what? That's actually a really good way to put it. It's like very few of those shows actually like being cartoons.
Yeah. They can they'll use the cartoon format well enough. Like Home Movies works being a shittily animated cartoon, but like most of that like animated sitcom format is just like it's just a sitcom but they're cartoons. But Tuca and Birdie is like animated like a cartoon.
Right, exactly.
There's a new season coming, right?
Yes, to Adult Swim, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, to the internet.
I mean, yeah. Hey, tomato, am I right?
Yeah.
No!
That's exciting. Yeah, I kind of had... I didn't think there was any chance of that happening.
I mean, it makes sense because, like, honestly, the only reason it didn't do as well on Netflix is because they didn't fucking advertise it. And then when they were like, that's not true. We give it the same love and attention we give all our stuff. And people, like, went through and were like, that's literally, like, provably, like, you're literally lying.
Right, yeah. There was, like, I got some inside deep.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Via friend of a friend. Via chain of information. That was, like, yeah, it was really bad. They didn't advertise it at all.
They like didn't advertise it, and when it was released, okay, go to your Netflix right now. Look at the front page. They're telling you about all of the stupid shit that they just put on it, and it's not shit that you are at all interested in. Tuca and Birdie, like everybody I knew was like, I didn't even know this show came out, and I wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
Like it was a show that the only amount of success it had was because of its fan base, but it was kind of like late enough to it that Netflix was like, well, it didn't immediately make us $1 million, and unlike Big Mouth, it's not being bankrolled by a guy of CIA connections. So unfortunately, we simply cannot renew it.
The fact that Big Mouth exists disturbs me to this day.
It is.
I still think it's a psyop.
Hey, hey, Avi. You know how you? Hey, Avi. Fun fact. Just go to your phone right now. Google Kroll, Kroll, as in Nick Kroll, the creator of Big Mouth, and then 9/11.
What? Oh my god, am I gonna get fragged?
This is spicy. Yeah, this sounds like something that would put you on an NSA list. Just this Google search.
It really sounds like an incantation.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Google it. Google it and just look at what comes up.
Did the son of the worlds... Has anyone run into Nick Kroll's father, private intelligence firm, Black Cube? What?
In 2009, Kroll founded 2 successor firms, Kroll Brand Rating Agency and K2 Intelligence. Cobra is the first bond rating agency formed since the financial crisis of 2007 and 2008. K2 Intelligence, run by Kroll's son Jeremy, continues the family's work in asset recovery, due diligence, litigation support, and a range of corporate investigations. That is on the Wikipedia page for Nick Kroll's dad, the founder and runner of Kroll Inc.
All right, cool. Well, that's great.
The company has recently extended its services to provide background checks on Instagram influencers, using publicly accessible online information to prevent them being canceled for past problematic behavior, e.g. tweets which include offensive language or content. If you want to know what they did before that, on September 10th, 2001, they were hired to do security for the World Trade Center.
The explosion. The flames couldn't burn away my
I'm not
past.
kidding when I say
Only
Big
made
Mouth
the
is like
shadows behind
literally
me.
CIA funded. Like it is the fail son of a dude with deep CIA connections being just given a bunch of money to fuck off.
God.
This is like this is dark Chet Hanks.
Yeah. No, this is this is like if Hunter Biden wanted to make a kids cartoon about boners.
Oh my god.
This is like if Hunter Biden wanted to make Shin Chan for perverts.
I think I'd rather watch Hunter Biden's show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather watch Hunter Biden's CIA voice summer.
CIA voice summer. Jesus.
Oh my god.
That's like one of those things where like when I first found out about the connections, I was like, oh haha, this is funny, and I was like, he's like, it's like classic like rich kid like whatever, and then just like the more I read about his dad, I was like this is insane. Like this is insane to me that this guy's kid has 7 seasons of Big Mouth under his belt.
7 fucking seasons.
They've renewed it for like
sure.
that was like a big thing I remember. It was like when they announced that they were canceling Tuca and Birdie, which whatever. Okay, shit gets canceled from Netflix all the time. They also announced that they were renewing Big Mouth for like 6 seasons. Which like Netflix like never does. Like Netflix was renewing BoJack Horseman like 1 season at a time.
Yeah, that's... I mean, Netflix's money is darkness itself as well.
Yeah, I kind of like... Yeah, my feelings on Tuca and Birdie are that I enjoyed it. It's not like totally perfect to me, but I also kind of hope that it will get like better when it's on Adult Swim, because like my problem for the most part with Tuca and Birdie is that like there are occasionally jokes that feel like a Netflix exec put it in there.
Yeah. No, honestly, I feel the exact same way. Like, I'm really hoping it's better on Adult Swim, because like the worst parts about Tuca and Birdie were the parts that felt like a Netflix show.
Yeah.
I was a cop.
Like
one time, Tim Rogers just said completely offhand, I can't even remember what he was talking about, but he said the 17-year-old president of Netflix, and then just continued on to a thought from there. And I've never been able to stop thinking about that. Like every time I think about this 17-year-old guy that has like a suit that doesn't fit like Report of the Week, and he's at the other end of this completely empty boardroom. And when I think about Netflix making decisions, I think about this perfect image of the 17-year-old president of Netflix doing that.
Oh my god. You're
Just
right.
thought I'd share that.
That's
No,
literally correct.
That's
like,
how I am convinced that is how Netflix
correct.
works. It's like
the gas from the broken pipe was feeding the flames.
Damn,
I couldn't get through.
The craziest thing about like Netflix is that it's kind of like the classic tech parable where, like, remember when it came out and it was like, well, it was the DVD thing, but then as a streaming service, when it, like, kind of shook things up and sort of felt like it was putting some sense of media consumption into the hands of, like, people, where it was like, yeah, like, you know what, like, this gives you a larger sense of curation. You can explore movies that maybe, like, you would have to pirate or spend a lot of money on DVDs otherwise. And now it's like, you can go to your parents' house and pick up their DVD shelf, and you will have better fucking options than, like, whatever's on Netflix right now.
I started, like, I reached a point with streaming services where I'm now, like I'm becoming a building a DVD collection guy.
Oh, same.
Because, like, even for movies I love that are available on streaming services, like, I can't, like, it's
there's
all
no reliability.
Like, I just want to have a copy of things now.
Yeah, I want to have a copy. Well, I'm if I end up in, like, a situation of bigger space, I'll probably become more of it. There's stuff I buy because it's, like, weird movies I want to have as a hard copy, because it's like, if something, like, you know, I've learned my lesson once where sometimes you get a video, like a file copy of a weird, hard to find movie, and you're like, oh, cool, and then something happens to it, and then you just, like, can never find a copy of it again because the moment in time where people were putting it online is gone.
Yeah, it's true. That happens all the time.
So I've started, like, you know, trying to buy DVDs and stuff more here and there. It'll be nice to be able to go to thrifts again. My friend Ren has been doing that, or had been doing that a lot, like, pre-quarantine, where they would just go to thrifts and they would buy DVDs of stuff that they like or are interested in, because they were like, if anything ever happens to my internet or the internet as an infrastructure, I still will have a massive collection of movies and stuff that I'm interested in watching. But all that said, yeah, I pretty much just, like, don't pay for a streaming service unless it has movie tier curation minimum.
Yeah, I'm, like, really glad. I'm really glad I tried Criterion. I fucking love it. And I'm even, like, mad, like, Criterion is honestly a major reason, which is probably part of their scam. Because they want you to buy DVDs too. But, like, the fact that, like, they funnel shit in and out of the service. And so I can't be like, oh, that movie's on Criterion, I'm gonna watch it. Like, makes money for them. Take money from me.
That thing, I'm just tired of this model where you pay money indefinitely to own nothing.
Yeah, for real.
Like, the only reason I can do it with stuff like Mubi is because it's like, you guys are offering a service that isn't just, we are hosting movies. It's, you guys do curations and write-ups, and you do little, like, hey, this month this is the theme, so we're gonna present you specifically, like, hey, are you looking for a weird movie to watch? Here you go, fucker. Here you go, lazy ass.
I like this curated experience idea.
Yeah.
A lot.
Like, that to me is like if streaming services are going to become so slice and dice and inconsistent, then, like, the ones that are worth paying for are going to be the ones that, like, curate that experience.
Yeah, that have interesting stuff, not stuff that's like,
licensed. Not stuff that's licensed, or like, we took this off the service because Disney is putting out a sequel, or we put this on the service because Universal is putting out a remake and they want you to go see it.
Right, and it's like the thing that is constantly happening with Netflix is that they want you to, like, they create their content purely basically about, like, keeping you on the service.
Yeah.
So they want to take stuff, they want to subtly take stuff off because they want you to watch it again when it comes back, but they also
they don't want you to rely on it. They want you to constantly, like, oh, this is on there, I should watch it while it's still on.
Right, here's, like, and, like, it's cool sometimes when there's, like, it's wild to see things like Columbo come back in a big way because
of Netflix.
Because of Netflix. But it's also, like, kind of weird sometimes when it's like, oh man, the only thing that is existing in the media consciousness is the thing that's on Netflix, like fucking Tiger King.
Yeah.
And then it vanishes from the American consciousness as quickly as it appeared, inescapably.
We made a mistake killing television with Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, we didn't even kill the part of television that we really need to kill, which is boomers watching Fox News. That's the only part of television that remains.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why I think I don't really pay for any streaming services. I have a lot of them, but I mentioned this before on here. It's like one of the things that I am most happy I paid for is Letterboxd's thing where it tells me what's on, where I can customize what streaming services I want it to tell me about, and it will tell me if what I want to watch is on any of them. Or it'll give me an alert when something on my watch list comes to a streaming service that I have saved. It's still a little flawed. Like it has its problems in terms of like how well it executes on that. Just in terms of like the way it works. But it works well enough for what I want and for how cheap it was. Because then I just share a shit ton of streaming services with friends where we all pay for them or get them free of our phone plans and then swap passwords. And then I use that and like free or public library streaming services to watch literally anything that I would want to watch.
I fucking love the library. The library is really good. I really like the King County library system. There is all kinds of good like free shit that is wonderful that you can get through your library, and I am obsessed with it, and I love it.
Folks, in the immortal words of Arthur the Aardvark, having fun isn't hard. If you have a library card, check out your local library.
So fucking true, bitch.
Arthur, you know what? Arthur was speaking facts. Yeah, you know what? Arthur knew what was up.
Straight facts.
I really miss the fucking SDA library. Is not very big, but
Cuck Wendig hates this. What the, look at this fucking clown car of guys that just came out of this van.
They super did.
I recently on Criterion I watched
and then they did what?
commentary for Mishima with Paul Schrader and one of the producers of that movie. That is an incredible commentary.
Breaks my heart.
One of the coolest things I had at one of my old schools was that they had not only a pretty decent library, but because they had a games program, they had a games library.
On me.
But like a games library where we'd be like, here's a Japanese exclusive release. So we also have Japanese versions of consoles that you can check out to play them on. Because people would just need to play them and study them for their classes and stuff. But you could also just like check them out if you wanted to.
Find out the facts first before others could screw up.
That's good shit.
But that was an excuse.
I feel a strong kinship with whatever fucking professor made this school have to have like a Japanese GameCube or whatever.
Yeah.
She tried to reach me, left her number.
It fucking ruled, and there was like such an insane amount of like, just like, oh, here's this like wild ass game that you could just you could just find on here now, or you could just like get here now. God, I wish I could remember some of the stuff we got on it, but there was definitely stuff where it was like games that I would have never been able to play an actual physical copy of. And at the time, which was like 2008 to 2012, probably would have been hard to like stream or like hard to play online effectively.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm going to a bar that is based on this game's in-universe version of Twin Peaks.
What is this bar?
Go there.
This looks like a.
Wait, listen to the music.
Okay, if like 2000s edgelords had a rainforest cafe of them, it would be this place.
Oh, cute. That URL still works. Addressunknown.tv takes you to the Max Payne page on Rainforest.
This just gave me
or on Rockstar.
A flashback to right before I moved out of New York. There was a fucking bar that we would pass all the time in the East Village that was literally named Durden. And if that shit is not closed by now, I'm going to become a domestic terrorist.
Oh, yeah, Canada's one is right though too. But that is Sam Lake over here on the poster, our original Max Payne. But yeah, this is the in-universe. This is like their riff on Twin Peaks, which very clearly is what would later be like a part of the base for Alan Wake.
That's awesome.
And the music playing in the background right now is definitely an Audrey Horne's dance riff.
Oh hell yeah! Damn, I love this.
This slaps. I want to go here.
This is like a good version of when I went to the Funko Pop Museum.
There's a...
Where I got jump scared by a giant Funko Pop of Stan Lee after he died.
Oh my god, that's right. I remember this story.
Wait, what
Yeah,
story?
there's Funko Pop Museum in Seattle, one of our many sites.
It really summarizes Seattle.
Maybe I shouldn't come visit.
No, you should come visit, and we should go to the Funko Pop Museum. Which, by the way,
set it on fire.
A thing I discovered when I was looking at the map while we were there, down the street from a diaper factory.
Hell yeah! What's up, shopping?
Because we were trying to find some food to eat nearby, and that was just on the map.
Are you hungry? Well, do you want Funko Pops or diapers?
Oh my god.
There's a thing about Seattle where, like, people who have never been, you know, they're sometimes like, wow, you really like living in Seattle, right? Like, what's it like? And, like, you know, I say the things that I like about it, but I've been trying to figure out how to express the je ne sais quoi of Seattle in the negative way, and I feel like saying it's where the Funko Pop Museum is located does a lot of the work for me.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot.
That's a good point.
This level fucking rules.
Front door.
I love them just making you go through a fucking amusement park.
This slaps.
More games should make you go through a thing that's fake.
Is it just like one of every Funko Pop? So it's basically called a museum, but it is essentially just a giant Funko Pop store. But they also have things like, again, as I said, I got jump scared walking in and seeing a giant makeshift version of like Deadpool's chimichanga wagon. But then when I walked around it and looked inside of it, the air quotes person working the counter was a giant Funko Pop of Stan Lee. And this was like a month after he died.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
I'm in pain.
This is how they diagnose mental illnesses.
I was about to say, so was that like a horrible nightmare you had, or?
Oh no, that was a real experience I had. I went there with a couple people, one of whom would later become one of my partners. But at the time, when he saw, I think the Stan
shared
Lee,
trauma.
He saw the trauma bonding. He saw the Stan Lee Funko Pop. He literally got so mad he had to go outside. He literally was like, I can't deal with this anymore.
Damn. With boundaries.
That is very cute, actually. I would also say the vibes, if it was a month after he died, the vibes would be pretty rancid.
It was just like, and it was like very clear that they had built it because he was like, he had died recently. Like, I feel like they had added it in recently, because he's just shoved into the Deadpool chimichanga wagon.
Jesus.
Oh, I get it, red room, but then it says murder backwards. Oh, but I'm not in it.
Oh shit, there's a pink flamingo.
There was like a real boom that got old really quickly in like maybe like 2016, 2015, around then, where like New York could not stop posting like Twin Peaks like events at bars and shit. And I wish that they were like this instead of what they were.
Yeah, no, this is great.
Yeah, this shit is great.
I will say one of the funniest things that Alec ever did was do like a fake, like, I'm going to score an episode of Twin Peaks. And basically did a live Shreds video.
You're a lucky man if you can laugh at the joke. Luck and I weren't on speaking terms.
Bellevue is Seattle's Annihilation Lighthouse, and I won't qualify
Oh
or explain that.
No, that's a really good
that
way
is
to describe
that is the
Bellevue.
perfect way to describe Bellevue.
I was gonna say we got
Amazon and Saks are like
Bellevue is
incredibly like final boss RPG stage.
Look at
yeah,
100% the Black Lounge theme going on right here. Not only is the Laura Palmer Funko Pop a thing, it is specifically her dead wrapped in plastic, and I specifically own that one and the Leland Palmer Funko Pop.
I love that you own the Leland Palmer Funko Pop. That's such a
because it's like
like
him when he has like the gloves on in the scene with Maddie. Like the most like two of the most like evil images in that series are Funko Pops.
I have to say that is really funny.
Oh man, I wish Lonnie was here so they could tell the story about the time people got mad at them because they made fun of. Have you guys seen season 3 of Funko Pop of Twin Peaks?
No, I have not.
Really?
So
like, never mind.
There's like the arm or whatever. Like it's one of the like Black Lodge characters. And it's just like a fucked up tree with like a thing on the top that looks like a gumball, like a chewed up gumball with a mouth, and it's like awful and disgusting. And Lonnie found like just some like shitty like plastic desktop trinket of it you could get, and they just made a poster. They were like, why the fuck do people keep making things like this for like series and shows that like absolutely do not translate into this style well at all? And people are like, well, some people like to have nice things to show that they're fans of the show without spending a lot of money on it. And they're like, you don't have to spend money on it. You just can't make it a shitty plastic toy like this. It looks bad.
Yeah.
It's so wild that like unless it's for like pure comedy reasons, stuff like that is just so dark-sided.
Right? Yeah, like that's how I feel of a lot of it. Is I'm like, I don't understand how you could look at this and have anything except like, this is funny because it's like vastly inappropriate, and not like, this is a good way for me to demonstrate that I truly. Oh fuck! I want to go to Prozac Alley. That I truly appreciate and understand the series. I am a fan of the series.
One thing that I really like about like the Japanese merch industry is that it's like the opposite, where it's like here is like hundreds of dollars for a super detailed, really meticulously crafted, like absolute fucking joke model of like one stupid moment from one show or something like that. There's like a $150 Where's Waldo Figma.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it looks good. It's got like, and he like the base is like a Where's Waldo book that stores all of this stuff, and he's got his dog and like a million accessories on it.
Oh.
That stuff is great.
Hey, remember when Figmas were like $40? Wow, this does look great. Damn, Tim Rogers is looking good these days.
Jesus.
Pardon?
Oh shit! They got a level for Bechdel fans.
Oh my god.
Bechdel fans be like, sees a funeral. Is that a motherfucking Fun Home reference? My new bit is gonna be characterizing Alison Bechdel fans as if they are JoJo fans.
That's a great book.
It's a good book.
That's a good bit.
It's an even better bit.
Oh, there we go.
This is he. This is John Mira.
Fuck, why was it? Okay. Oh, that's cool. I want to go to a thing like this.
Yeah, I miss dumb bullshit like this. I want to barf in the infinity mirror room.
I mean, I guess the closest is we could always go to Club Z.
Dude, I love that they're like, there's no enemies. They're just like, hey, chill out this cool fun house for.
Yeah. Hey, we made a fun house for you to go to.
Behind the backdrops, getting warm.
This feels incredibly like somebody at the office was just making this because they were bored and didn't want to work on whatever they were supposed to be working on, and they were like, put it in.
Not for nothing. It is very fun whenever you find older games like this that are kind of the air quotes pre-indie era, but they have the kind of things that defined the indie era of people pushing what you could do with games.
When I'd first
Like, it's definitely a thing where you can look at this and be like, this definitely was like people played this and were like, oh, I want a whole game that's just this.
Your other self suddenly falling silent.
Okay, this information that Crime Puddles has dropped is completely new to me. That Jake Gyllenhaal made a production company so he can play Alison Bechdel's dad in a movie adaptation of Fun Home. Is that happening?
I would love to see Jake Gyllenhaal play.
I know.
Her gay dad, like her repressed gay dad in Fun Home.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what particularly makes that very, very, very funny.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Is absolutely a secret freak.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, damn, I guess he is. I guess he's the dad. Wow, okay, I'm into it.
Yeah, no, I'll see.
My favorite thing that sucks, but I also love it. Oh, is it a movie adaptation? I know that Fun Home has been like
a play,
musical.
Right?
Yeah, there's a musical?
Yeah, so it's an adaptation of the musical. Okay, let's go off.
Mona's door was locked. I could have knocked, but I felt an urge to snoop
Damn,
around
the Butch and the Ring of Keys part better be hot as fuck.
I pretended I had a choice in the matter.
She better be a fucking brick house.
Jesus. God, I need to reread Fun Home. It's been a minute. I think I donated my copy to when I lost a lot of my original gay books and stuff I had, because when I moved from Connecticut, there was like a one of those like GSA at like a local college that people I knew was going to, and I went into their like little resource center once, and it was like the most depressing selection of books I've ever fucking read.
Oh no.
Like Testo Junkie, sure, but then just like gay lit that was like young adult, but like 2013 young adult gay fiction.
Oh, that'll hurt.
But like nothing, like no, like they didn't have. So like I gave them Fun Home, I gave them a bunch of Matilda Bernstein Sycamore, just like everything that you would consider like a basic necessary staple of like a lending library like that. They just didn't have. Like they didn't have anything except the absolute worst basics to have.
The weapons and explosives in her workroom left no questions about her location.
Thank you for your service.
I was just like, some gay kids need to read this and like not this other shit that they've got here.
Yeah, I read that like, God, when it came out. Because I went to Oberlin and she's an Oberlin alum, and there's some good drawings of Oberlin in Fun Home of the library.
I choose to believe that this girl we're chasing after is a lesbian, and that is her and her GF. That might also be Max Payne's wife, which would make it only better.
A glass of Gold Touch brandy to make you feel rich and famous.
Is this a shower? This is a massive shower. What the fuck?
I'll tell you one thing, Mona, you're no.
The doors are just too big. They're always too big in this game.
You've switched tactics.
Oh my god.
Bring me a towel,
A
will you?
lady with polygons.
I'm so turned on by these polygons.
Now that you're here,
Is anybody?
you can watch my back while I get dressed.
Whoa, why does he look
she had
so
told
like
me
Willem
that
Dafoe
someone
in
wanted
this?
us dead. The way she was acting, I was the only one in danger here.
I am actually kind of
have to
impressed
give me
about
a
how
lot more
good
than that.
everything looks,
The inner
despite
circle.
this
What
game
of it?
coming out
The
in
secret society is after everyone
2000.
who knows of their existence.
Something.
Come off it. Prove it.
Pretty early
I have a
2000s.
contact inside. He's
Max
willing
Payne
to talk.
2.
Alfred Woden.
No. Anyways,
2003.
I can take you to him.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So we were in Iraq.
You're in Iraq.
She wasn't telling me the whole
We were
truth.
in Iraq when this game came out.
Let's go.
The circle goes back to the centuries-old Masonic cults. Corruption and assassinations reaching all the way to the presidential level.
Right. And here I was thinking conspiracy theories had gone out of style.
We're here.
I'm so glad that this game. Now I'm like,
So
man,
they-
did playing this game make me this way? Is this one of the things that I turned out this way from?
I'm the only one handling a piece here. Which floor?
By the way,
They're after him.
I'm
The
assuming
elevators
you've
work
guys
with the
seen the
apartment
like
keys,
Matt
and from the desk
Gates
here,
stuff,
They've
right?
jammed most of them to the floors.
Oh my god.
What's that?
Honestly, just some politician and like usual politician sex crime, like scandals.
Sex crime. Wait, is that the 17-year-old?
Yes.
Yes.
But
what is?
You operate the
I saw
elevator
another
here
thing
and
going
I'll
around
go up.
that there had like
You're the
been at some
man.
point some like oppo research, which is like when like political like opponents will like just do like deep dives on them. And there is allegedly a report out there floating
How come you're
around
alive anyway?
that in
I saw you
college
take a
he
bullet
was
to the
doing
head.
gay breath play shit
Keeps me focused.
and killed
Goes
someone
to work.
and had his dad help him cover it up.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Wait, who?
Matt Gates, the guy with the 17-year-old.
Oh, the same guy.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Like yeah, just straight up like all rich politicians are Dexter.
Did you? Okay.
They're cleaning other apartments.
Tone change, but slightly related. Did y'all see like somebody screen capped a reply that oh my god, Matilda.
Yeah.
Is it Mara Wilson? Like, what's her last name?
It is Mara Wilson, yes.
Mara Wilson, yeah.
So she is cousins with Ben Shapiro.
Yes.
And somebody found a reply to that tweet that was going around that was like, oh man, you ever go over to your friend's house and they serve you some weird shit like Billy dinner and it's like unseasoned spaghetti? But she was talking about how they were really excited to
I'm going upstairs.
have her try their favorite food, and it was macaroni without like any seasoning or cheese packet or butter or salt.
Bro, the macaroni without the cheese, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's sociopath shit.
Yeah,
Ben Shapiro has like killed somebody. Like directly, like with his hands. Just to watch it.
It's why it's one of the reasons I've always really appreciated the cereal and milk scene from Get Out, because like just the concept of like someone eating something that triggers your fight or flight reflex because you're like, no, normal people don't want to eat this.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready to go. Not without a single piece of evidence.
All right, Max Payne.
In the photo, a group of men posing in front of a manor
yeah,
house.
no, that's. I
Corcoran
remember there was like an
there.
interview where people were like,
Senator Gate
"Oh,
was
is
there.
it like supposed
So
to be
was
like,
Alfred Woden.
oh, a lot of people have decoded like
So
the
it was
metaphors to the
true.
scene, like she's eating
All
the milk
bets were
pure,
off.
but she's
The
using
inner
the like
circle was
colored
No,
cereal
bitch.
in this way, and then he just goes like, he's like, oh yeah, no, that's really smart. I just thought it was just the most insane, like the most psychotic way to eat food I could think of. Like it was just literally like, what is something that if you saw somebody doing that, you would know that they're a serial killer.
It's like fucking midnight, and she's drinking. It's not even. It's that she has a bowl of Fruit Loops and a glass of milk.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
and
I
she's
feel like
eating the Fruit Loops one by one.
I was trying to explain to someone the concept of what?
I could fix her. She's absolutely a type. No, there's absolutely a type who just sees the like evil bisexual and they're like, yeah, but like, I bet she wouldn't do it to me. She wouldn't do it to me.
Mia, that follower you had that tweeted, I could have fixed him in regards to Yukio Mishima is the hero of my heart.
Yeah, that person, I saw this person around sometimes on Twitter because they're like fans of our games and kind of follow a bunch of people, but there was like a tweet going around that was straight up actual footage of his bail coup of him like trying to lecture the crowd.
Yeah.
That she replied to with, I could have saved him.
I sincerely love seeing tweets like that.
I love it. I really love it.
I bet she couldn't too.
There was like one of those like foiled terrorist plot things that had happened recently, but there was this girl who was like indicted in part of it, who had the most like mousy, like that kind of like mousy, like if communism kills knew how to take care of herself, like mentally and physically. And there was just like so many replies that were just like, I can fix her. I could have stopped this. I'm like, I love this, I love just like that specific type that just sets off like some weird inverted version of like the protecting a baby bird instinct, where it's like, I must teach this bird to fly. I must teach this bird with a gun how to fly.
My like version of that, it's not as unhinged and therefore smart as fucking Yukio Mishima, footage of Yukio Mishima like minutes before he fucking committed seppuku.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fucking Anna Delvey. Really obsessed with her.
Anna Delvey? Which one is it?
She's the one, she had her trial a couple years ago. Is it Anna Delvey? Yeah, Anna Delvey. She basically like is in jail for scamming like New York rich fashion people.
Oh, that one! Wait.
Her courtroom looks are fucking absolutely major. Like, there is one I am so obsessed with where it's like her in like a white lace mini dress with a black ribbon around her neck, and she's just like smiling. It's so fucking good. It's like the best like courtroom style I have ever seen.
Wait, this was that person who was like got really famous in New York and was like had all of this like all of these things that she was gonna do, and it turned out that everything she was doing was just completely on credit, and that she was Ponzi scheming everyone.
Yes, like let her go.
It was really great. Yeah, that was a completely victimless crime.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I feel like
any crime against rich people should be considered victimless.
Yeah, swindling the rich is always not a crime.
She's a guy.
Is that the dress that I linked to?
Yes, that's the dress. You can see if you just like Google Anna Delvey on image search, you can see the full look. It's important to see how short the dress is and that she's handcuffed. Like the layers to the skirt are just incredible.
Chat, who's your chat? Everybody in the chat say who is your I could have fixed her or I could have saved her.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, I found the picture.
Oh
there we go.
God, this little look that she's giving.
I know. She's such a. I have definitely sent you pictures of before. It's such a like our character thing.
Yeah, the one I just posted is the one Mia was referring to, right?
If it's a white dress, yeah. Yes. My God. Look
That's
at her.
a very
yeah.
powerful
Okay.
look.
Yeah.
With the collar. Oh my God.
absolutely
Yes.
does.
Good lord. That
Her
is
person got a phone number.
that is a character in like a very good but very corny movie.
Somebody said she was dressed like a PS2 survival horror
She
protagonist.
is.
Yeah.
Fucking Rule of Rose
She's
or
like,
something.
I was gonna say Parasite Eve.
Kurt Cobain's a really good answer to I could have fixed her.
Kurt Cobain, yes, Kurt Cobain's a great answer.
That's a great, classic, but really beautiful answer.
I just say, but a lot for me, a lot at least my life is I could fix her would have been Kamala Harris's stepdaughter.
That's not valid, but it's really brave.
Yeah.
That's not valid.
I think it's like that's a really
That's called a martyr complex.
Generous. That is generous, you know?
Yeah, I think that's actually I love and accept what you're trying to accomplish.
This is a closet. I'm trying to think of what...
Elizabeth Vittori, let's go. Yeah, no, I think like the best I could have saved her. Maybe I feel like it's more potent the less cool it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really funny, but it's
lucky we had some.
Yeah, you know what, Akasaka? That's called with empty eyes and glasses. Let's go. Let's fix her.
I know what mine is, but it does suck.
Yeah.
Is it Grimes?
Oh my god.
Good lord.
I don't know. I was trying to think like what's the worst, but like most probable.
Oh my god, I hate you so much, Jake.
You didn't answer the question. I noticed you didn't answer the question.
Yeah, I also think Jay could fix Grimes.
Yeah, I could fix Grimes. It's called an I couldn't fix Grimes because I'm not an informed consent clinic. Fucking
Jesus Lord.
See, I am.
I'll call her a fucking lift. She can tell me when she gets back, I guess. Where's my head?
Okay, but who are you gonna fix?
Me?
It was Grimes.
Oh, Grimes.
It was Grimes.
Oh, it was Grimes?
Yeah, that was
Wow.
clearly Grimes. I was gonna say it.
Wow.
That makes it 10 times funnier.
Wow. Okay.
I was literally like, oh god, I guess it would be Grimes. And then you literally said, haha, it would be Grimes. That would be really funny if you said that.
I mean, like I said, I was like, who's like the worst but also most obvious at the same time?
Yeah. Okay, this fucking post, I cannot stop thinking about. It's like a viral Tumblr post that, like, you know, ended up on Instagram because that's where the internet's jokes come from now.
Yeah.
But it's just like somebody writing like a script for a play of Amanda Palmer, Neil Gaiman, Elon Musk, and Grimes having a dinner party.
Oh my god.
And it's just like
Does it end with everyone?
Grimes like trading insults, and Amanda just says like, "I'm going to eat your pussy and it will heal you."
Voice in my head wherever I
The only way,
about right.
the only good ending to that interaction would be everyone getting on fucking hormones.
Yeah, let's go.
Somebody post my classic.
I don't really want Elaine Musk. No, thank
Yeah,
you.
Ellen. Okay, Ellen could go to Mars. The rest.
Yeah,
of
that's, there we go. Thank you.
Have y'all, speaking of cursed trans people, have y'all seen the video of Caitlyn Jenner, like, dressed like a Final
Happy Trans Day visibility, everybody.
And,
Yeah, what is a better way to celebrate Trans Day visibility than cringe? Trans people are people too, and that means they're just as flawed.
The Trans Day of cringeability. Please continue, Mia. I want to hear.
So there's been a video going around the part of the internet if you're a sociopath, but it's like a video from some fucking like some show. But it's Caitlyn Jenner in a completely like psychotic, beautiful outfit, like actual like Final Fantasy boss, like giant red like wings. And she's singing TikTok by Kesha, and she has never heard the song TikTok by Kesha in her life. And it's kind of incredible.
That's very funny.
It's unwatchable. Literally sent it to me, and I like tabbed out after literally a second, and then I had to go back and watch the rest of it.
Hold on. On this topic, I need to very quickly try to see.
Thank you so much, Brew.
One of my favorite moments of boy moding with Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh my god.
Fuck, what was it?
Okay, I can't watch that.
Yeah, no.
Oh god.
Not watchable.
Okay. So
oh my god.
I am pretty sure this clip itself, like her being in the film, very, very clearly predates like predates coming out, but not by a lot.
Django.
Fuck. I'm trying to find a better clip than this like shitty one. That's Alright, I guess this will have to be this. So, you know, it's unfortunately, it does have like her dead name on it. But it's from the movie The Hungover Games, which is a shitty parody movie of The Hangovers and also The Hunger Games and a bunch of other movies. And she plays one of the newscasters in it. And it is the most like great moments of boy moding, like picture like
oh yeah, that's championships of boy moding.
like I saw that and I was like, oh, this must have been like right after she came out. And then she's like credited by her old name in the video, in the like sub credits, and I was like, wait, what? And I'm like, oh, this is like, she's definitely transitioning at the time that this movie was shot.
Yeah. I fucking will never. I know it was viral very recently, but the video of Wendy Carlos in her fake sideburns,
so funny, so
oh my god,
literally the ultimate drag king.
I saw that video where she's like explaining about like electronic music, right? Which is also in and of itself a tell from the earliest days. The thing is that like I saw that and I was like, oh wow, she was just like really butch moding or something like that. Like I did not like it didn't like compute to me. She's so fab in it. Like
literally the first time I saw that clip on my timeline, I didn't even read the caption. I just saw like, you know, the video moving. I thought it was like people posting a like, oh wow, look at this like trans dude like who's very clearly on hormones at the time before he came out. And I was like, man, the fake sideburns are like really drag kingy. Like I don't know why he thinks people are gonna like not like tell that those are real that those are fake. And then I was like, oh, that was actually the opposite direction. That was Wendy Carlos pretending to be that was the Wendy Carlos in boy mode.
I call that a cross up?
Yeah.
That's Tony, that's a cross up. I don't know if you know anything about fighting games, but that right there, you got it in one.
Absolutely love it.
I love that video. She is adorable in that video, and I'm very glad.
Really, like it's like the most gentle, like. Oh my god.
Nothing worked out as planned.
I have a soft spot for like celebrities and like YouTubers and shit where like they're secretly transitioning, so you're just like, oh my god, like your skin is so plump, it's so clear. You have so much collagen. What's going on?
Did you do something with the little bit of thing under your eyes? I noticed it. I love it. I love our culture.
Yeah. Did you get like a lot of sleep last night? Are you drinking a lot of water?
Yeah. I don't know what your skincare routine is. It's great. See, the problem is that the thing is that this is only their version of that is only like Anna Kay from Red Scare being pregnant for 6 months and like lying about it. Like that's their version.
Oh my
of
god. Oh my god. Fuck, Anna. Anna, buddy.
That's just one of those things that I thought was so funny. Like, just seeing people talking about it, like, for months. And then it just being, like, confirmed. Like, oh, yeah, she's pregnant. And she's, like, 6 months. And I'm like, how did you go 6 months? Like, just being like, I just look like I am pregnant.
Isn't that like okay, I'm actually not going to talk about dark eating disorder shit.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that happens. But fucking, I had a really, do you ever like try to read something like you're like, I'm going to read this book that's not about gender.
Yeah.
And then like, it's like the most like nightmare closeted mode shit you've ever read. Because,
literally constantly.
okay. So fucking, I was hearing about, and I'm kind of afraid of it, but that book Milk Fed.
Already promising start.
Yeah, which is about like it is written by that like So Sad Today person, and like is about like a New York woman with an eating disorder who like gets in a relationship with this like fat dyke that works at a yogurt shop. And it seems like it will cause damage to the mind. But I got that person's first book on like through the library, just an ebook, just to like see what her writing was like. And it's literally all like, haha, I wish I had a dick, haha. Yeah, I'm really sad about this guy that I dated where he was obsessed with eating my pussy for like 5 hours. And I would tell him that I'm like, and we had like a really strong emotional connection. And like one time after I went home, he sent me a picture of him wearing the exact outfit that I was wearing. And like I have a vomit fetish, and most of my fantasies I'm like
you were literally just describing the first couple
really
chapters.
Nice.
You were describing the first couple chapters of We Both Laughed at Pleasure.
Literally, it's so dark. Like, I have said this before, but, like, trans masks are so fucking lucky that people don't, like, know what shape that kind of, like, hell closet takes, because, like, but also it means that, like, I do not get content warned before I'm reading some, like, cis woman with, like, 120 Twitter followers because she like has tweeted about like wanting to get choked to death during sex for 5 years. Like it's like so cursed. I really cannot. And just like also just like getting spooked by like ending up on some like popular like leftist podcast woman's account, and it's just like, oh, your media tab is like a bunch of the Snapchat man filter. And you're like, haha, I'd be such a fuckboy. Haha, I'd ghost you.
I know exactly who you're talking about because we've had a conversation about that multiple times. About this exact person. I know who you're talking about.
Except like I can because it's like really funny, but it's also like, oh my god, these people are so lucky.
Yeah. My friend called it.
I actually have the ebook on my phone. I took screen caps of shit that was driving me crazy.
Okay. My old trans fag friend of mine said that he calls them pebbles as a tribute to eggs.
Oh.
Because he's like, they're usually not like stone butches. Like that's the thing. Like that's the old tells that everyone used to know, which is stone butch doesn't work anymore. So he calls them pebbles.
That's great.
Why did you come to me in the first place?
Oh my god. I'm just gonna read excerpts from this so everybody can hurt like me.
Okay.
There was an odd psychic quality to our relationship too. Every time we met, I had my period. Somehow, he always knew that I would have my period. He said this was because he was in tune with what my pussy was doing. When he licked my pussy and got blood on his face, I thought he must really love me to lick my blood. But maybe that was more about him loving pussy, any pussy, than him loving me. Like maybe there are just some men who love pussy so much. Okay.
I feel like I need a cigarette after eating.
Okay. My first anal sex. It was tender, nothing like I had seen in porn. I felt like we were a pair of twins sharing a womb. 2 DNA strands, 2 genderless humans.
Wait.
I felt I was a virgin again. He ate my pussy as he always did, as it was our foundation of sorts. He licked my ass too. He put 1 finger in my ass, then 2, then 3. He really knew what to do. I really wanted it.
But it's for your own.
We Frenched each other with his dick going in and out of my ass.
I'm putting you to a desk job. Start by writing a report on what the hell happened in the upper.
What is this? Okay, people in the chat are like, we need to know this book.
It's called So Sad Today. You can get it through Canopy. Yeah, a bunch of shit. It's really triggering because it's all about like having big time eating disorder, which I wonder who has eating disorders. I wonder who might like get obsessed with like a
get someone in here to help you with this mess.
An unattainable amount of thinness for no reason, and nobody says anything because you're a cis woman.
I was gonna say the flip side of that, it's extremely wild that it's like cis women and gay men have like almost identical rates of eating disorders.
No use
yeah.
So like, there's just like the ways in which it'll sometimes embody in like proto-trans guys, where it's like it, for lack of a way to put it, passes as like normal girl behavior.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Okay, here we go. I feel bad that I don't have a dick. I tend to think that some of my struggles with living in a body are because it is a female body. I tend to think that if I had a male body, then all my problems would be solved, but that's probably false. I feel bad that even though I want a dick, it's a casual one. For the most part, I identify with my physical gender. You're really convincing stuff.
Hey, folks, cis folks at home, if you gotta put that in your book, no, you don't.
Yeah. I feel bad that I can live without the fear of intimidation, harassment, or getting the shit kicked out of me for wanting to be what I am, whereas transgender people still can't. I feel bad that when it comes to dicks, I think my desire for a man with a big dick has to do with the fact that the dick I'm fucking always feels like it's my own. It's my surrogate dick. Like, if I have a dick, I want it to be big. But usually, big dicks and medium dicks feel the same inside.
Winterson's phone was ringing.
I could fix it.
At her desk.
I can save it.
Oh, Lord.
I don't like vomiting much myself, but I want to watch people vomiting, or I want to be a person who is not me vomiting. Mostly, I want to do this in my head.
She's been kind of edgy about her calls. I think
so actually, the best chapter of this book so far is just when she talks about her vomit fetish, because it's really funny. Even though I am a vomit phobia person, it bangs. It's like legitimately good. One of the fantasies that she lists regarding having a vomit fetish. I am having sex with a hot Roman emperor. We have just feasted. The Roman emperor is fucking me and vomiting at the same time. Sometimes in this fantasy, I, myself, am the Roman emperor. Or I am watching.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 2.
It doesn't look like I'm ever going to get over my vomit fetish. In spite of the tape playing in my mind, I still hold the somewhat sacred sexual ideal of a union where I experience orgasm with another person based solely on what is happening in the moment and not on what is going on in my head.
Step back, number 2.
Gay dog, this is so sad today.
That's great. Isn't it funny how everyone feels like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One-armed bandit.
Isn't that normal?
Am I supposed to identify any of them?
Yeah, just like everybody.
Isn't that like super normal?
Holy shit.
Do you recognize
Oh wait, I found more.
This is great trans day of visibility. So
Okay, we're done. Take them away.
Christ.
ladies, you heard it this way.
Well, look at them walk out. Oh, I love these ladies power
okay.
walk.
So this like person that really set up someone
but you didn't listen.
that she keeps talking about fucking. He had the black hair of a pixie, the face and body of a gazelle.
Detective Payne, anything you'd like to add?
I was trying to tell the other detective. The place was crawling with guys in gray
good
overalls.
fucking word.
Oh yeah, okay. So I'm gonna list something. The reason that I found out about this new book is because Karen Walker did like a little interview profile with this person, and it is honestly like a work of art of Heron Walker, like displaying all of this shit in a way that only trans people can pick up on it, while just like seemingly politely engaging with this cis woman about her book because like apparently
They're
a bunch
taking
of
the
the shit
fall,
about
both of them.
like
Payne was with her
wanting
when
a
she was
dick and all this
arrested.
shit is also in
Who are you
milk
talking
fed.
to? You're leaking information.
Oh my god.
Bravura's too soft on you. I was
Yeah,
informing
I want
the
to read.
proper
I want to
authorities
read
on
this
what they
quote from the
should
interview
know.
because it's just
Stay away
very
from my
like.
case, Max.
Hey,
Stay
so
away for your own good.
this character.
Everything
Oh my
that
god, I'm
started
just
out
gonna
as
find it. Hold
black
on.
and white.
It's
Somewhere down the road,
quite
the
a
line
layup.
went blurry. The colors started to run. Got
Lake Scum,
smudged
the
in
thing about that
gray.
line too, if the like I'm
Winterson
obsessed
had
with being a
been
man,
above
but
my
I feel bad
suspicion.
about it because unlike
It felt
real
like a
trans people, I won't
goodbye.
be persecuted for it. Is that it's like every cis person I've met who has that like, oh, I want to be different gendered, but I feel bad about it. Or sorry, it's usually I can tell if it's like actually not a gender thing is if they immediately try to be like, oh yeah, no, I'm kind of like you. Like I wish I could get free drinks at the bar too. And it's like, cool. Yeah. Where it's just, it's like immediately just thinking about like, how can I min-max the benefits of being another gender?
Oh my god.
For a reason. I'm busy making a list of people whose butts I'm gonna fire.
butts
You
I'm
don't
gonna
want to
fuck.
be one of them.
Okay. This shit is unbelievable. It's also like, so the intro to this article is like all about like her saying that like 500 Days of Summer is good and that like sad boy, like it's Heron Walker saying that.
Yeah.
Which is also really damning towards this person.
To
Hold on.
rendezvous with his mistress, the harlot. She is no lady.
I'm gonna drop the link in the chat here.
Jack, my son.
Don't
Jack,
play.
my
No.
favorite son. You have done right in turning to me in this distasteful
See, so much of like discourse about like age stuff and the reason why it sucks and people should stop doing it on Twitter usually is because they're like, you wore a dress, classic egg move, but it's not. It's writing entire books about it's writing entire fucking books that sound like this.
Okay, so Heron asks, speaking of deeper-seated stuff, I think a case can be made for a trans or gender non-conforming reading of Rachel. Rachel is the protagonist who has the eating disorder.
Okay.
I'm thinking about references to a phantom cop, to disassociating during sex, to her imagining herself as a male partner during sex. Was there any intention to explore gender nonconformity or transness with this character? And she answers, there is a lot of fluidity in it. You'll see a lot of characters who identify as women who have cocks. I've seen some old school feminist readings of my work that imply that it's a result of like penis envy, which I think is very reductive. I don't know what Rachel's future holds in terms of her gender, though I should probably figure that out since we're working on Milkfed as a TV show right now. I myself feel fluid both sexually and internally in terms of gender. This is the cheesiest thing, but I do think creating a character is sort of like having a kid. When you give birth to a character, it's gonna have some of your DNA, right?
I'm gonna scream at the top.
Ultimate deflection.
See, I'm the opposite. When I create a character, I don't want it to fucking look anything like me.
Yeah.
And if it does, I'm killing it.
I'm killing it.
Threatening to kill me. That's crime, right?
I was like literally reading this shit at like 2 a.m. just like poking around, and I just got like it was absolutely some MK Ultra qualified shit.
Okay, miss. What's your favorite Remedy fake TV show? Mine is definitely still the fucking what is it called? The kids from Control.
Threshold Kids.
The Threshold Kids, yeah.
Threshold Kids is undefeatable.
That is easily top fake show. After that, I really like Night Springs and Alan Wake. That was like the first time I saw one of those in Alan Wake. That was when I like fell in love with that game, and like when I like became interested in like Remedy as a studio. I mean, because I'd already played like Max Payne a ton as a kid, but like that was the one where I was like, oh, this is like not the kind of thought I'm used to seeing in games.
If you're trans, come out today for clout. That's a really good way to lure intention. attention needers into coming out by accident.
My favorite.
You get free clout. Come on.
Come get your clout. Come on.
If there is a single cis person listening to this, which I don't believe, I raised my price.
Excuse me.
On itch.
Yeah, hello. We have a cis person here in the hall.
Excuse me. Sorry, go on.
No, that's it. Just go get him. Go pay more money.
Is it too much to ask for privacy? I'll be out when it's done.
I'll be out when it's done? Who talks about using the bathroom like that? Oh, hey, there's a guy in there. That's pretty. Now that's attention to detail. I want to see if I can slow jump into this guy's bathroom.
EA Games. Come on, be trans. What are you, gay?
Listen, I am a proud supporter of this is community. Don't bring your coffee up in the bathroom. Primarily because, as somebody who dates, man.
Dates man.
Man, sometimes there's this old Ray Romano bit I think of a lot from Everybody Loves Raymond, where his wife's sister is like concerned because every guy she dates or marries ends up becoming gay, and she's like, "I'm like a spatula, I flip them." Sometimes you just feel like a damn. Sometimes you be feeling like a spatula.
That's hot as fuck. Good for her. Representation matters.
Not for nothing, I think to an extent that's why like T for T is especially really popular with like straight or like approximate to straight leaning trans people, is because then you don't gotta worry about that. Like, what are they gonna do? Go back?
Yeah, the odds are really in your favor.
Yeah, the odds are in your favor that like, all right, they're locked in.
This person is
by the door.
If I get them to detransition, it's gonna be. I feel like I'll really have messed up. That's
Oh man, imagine being like the Ray Romano, like that bit where you're the spatula but for like detransitioners.
Oh, wow.
Here. I need a statement from one of your customers.
Yeah.
Addie, no, that's.
Mona Sachs.
I could say one of the most one of the weird zones of confusion after my life was I was like the handful of girls I had crushes on, almost all of them transitioned.
Yeah, Mia has talked about her journey to reverse Gold Star.
Yeah.
Retroactive Gold Star.
I'll die.
Isn't that a bit melodramatic?
Behind bars.
Retcon Gold Star. I like that. That's good.
Come on.
No, literally.
Have I shared my hot take, which is trans femme dykey type and trans mask faggy dyke is the butch femme? Oh no, that's just fact.
You want answers?
Yeah.
Like the fag dyke for dyke fag is the butch femme of our generation.
I'll do that.
Whoa.
I didn't want to have anything to do with Warden.
Absolutely, man.
Am I gonna get in trouble for saying two slurs twice in a row?
No, add some more.
Yeah, do more.
The door to the station's garage.
Someday, like whatever algorithm Twitch implies to figure out which racists aren't making them enough money to ban. They're just gonna be caught like, wow, this must be a super homophobic channel. They're just gonna ban me. This must be a super homophobic, unprofitable channel, and then they'll just ban me. There's this like.
There's your phone.
There's one through the door behind you. You can
creator. I'm trying to think how I can put this so I'm not putting them fully on blast. They make a Pokemon fan series on YouTube, which features a gay couple, one of which is voiced by Sean Chiplock. Gay Pokemon couple who have an adopted son.
That series is so good, legit.
Very great. I found their Twitter. Beautiful, like sweethearted little like Arkansas like gay boy. The first tweet I saw when I saw their Twitter was like, is it weird that sometimes I would want to date a dyke, even though I'm like a gay boy? I don't know. It just sounds cool. I was like, brother. I found my people. And they're weird Arkansas Sonic kids who make Pokemon fan series.
I think you should do that. You know what?
I think that like, that's so legit. That's been part of our history for so long. Just gay people dating each other. You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Gay people dating gay people is never straight. It's always okay.
Never straight. That's the thing. Is that it just isn't.
Mona had been right. I had to go.
I remember there's a really beautiful moment that was described to me by one of my college friend's partner, who became a good friend of mine in his own right. He described really lovingly, and he was like super gay, and
Jesus.
But he like described this moment where he was like hanging out with this dyke that he knew, and they were watching some movie. I forget what the movie was. I kind of want to know because it apparently had this incredible effect on them. But they were watching the movie, and they were like, whoa, this is really hot, and they just like started making out. They were like, yes! It was just like the vibe and the energy was right that it was time to have a gay makeout.
Yeah.
And he was like, they didn't like do anything else. They didn't like follow up or anything like that. And he was just like, but this was like this beautiful transcendent moment to him of like gay community makeout solidarity. Yeah. That's really touching to me. I still think about it.
So Sadie's asking, do the boys call each other dykes the way us girls are constantly calling each other fags? I don't believe so.
It can happen.
I think that should happen.
Yeah, but let's change it.
Yeah.
I think
it's those slurs in there,
people should get in on that.
You remember that like extremely stupid period of time where people were like, "Oh, like, I'm uncomfortable with like gay people using gay slurs that like don't apply to them," and people would get mad at me because I would refer to like trans dykes, and they'd be like, "Oh, but like you're not a dyke," and I'm like, "Fuck you." I go outside, so I've definitely been called a dyke more than you. 1, 2.
Staying here, trapped behind
2, what am I supposed to call it? The Demarch? Like, fuck off.
Simone had vanished into the night. Without her, I had nothing to go on. I knew where to find her.
I did have one of those experiences before I moved. One of the last like New Year's Eves, we went to a bar in Brooklyn, and I just got scooped by this really sweet gay guy who was just like, I want to make. We were just like dancing, and I was like full femme at that point, and we just like made out in this bar for like a really long time. And he was like, I have no idea what's happening. You're really hot. Let me feel your boobs.
Speaking of which,
yeah, that shit rules.
Wow.
It was pheromonal.
Y'all, gay culture rules. I'm so glad it survived the pandemic.
I'm so glad, yeah.
Me too. I can't wait. We discussed this last stream, but I can't wait for sex too.
Oh yeah, no, they're gonna be inventing new They're gonna be inventing new sins to categorize what's happening.
They're really inventing new holes.
She's a stone fox. I would fuck her.
Right then.
There's gonna be new There's gonna be new holes. There's gonna be types of
ask your advice as a friend.
New line.
Bro, Junk 3 just dropped.
I'm gonna change. We know the devil, so they say we have a new hole for everyone in the world at the end.
That's so fucking true. That's literally what the game says. That's what the game is about.
We agree to disagree.
fucking.
You should change the name of the game to We, You Know, the Devil.
We Know Carnally the Devil was a proposed title, I think, of the age of Little Moss.
Why was I there again?
Wait just a minute. Talk to me.
What are you so afraid of? What do you want from me?
The Things That I Want by Max Payne. The smoke. A whiskey. For the sun to shine.
So, Mia, you know that pussy versus dick diagram you posted the other week? For sex to wrist or pussy. Continue.
Baby girl
Tell me more about this.
I do really like.
Whoa, there's boob on screen. Hold on. Let me put the. How do I cut? Okay, it's gone now. Sorry, I didn't. I forgot that there was like under boob in this.
We can take them there.
Also, I love that she has like a Shawnee Smith in Saw 2 look here. Wrists or pussy too? Man.
See, okay, here's the thing. I'm into it. I'm on board with you, but I guess to me, I consider wrists to be cock.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I guess they kind of are, aren't they?
Cause like you can like nibble. I would consider wrists like, you know those like weird fucked up sex toys where it's like there's like a dick and then there's like a foot and then there's like a pussy and it's just like all kind of like that. I would consider wrists like some amalgamation of like that exact triangle of under the taint balls underside and dick.
Oh yeah, big fan of taint. For real.
But like not the whole taint, just that it directly, and like no balls in this formula, just the dick and that little triangle at the end.
Yeah.
Just the dick and the little triangle at the end.
So okay, I wanna unpack that diagram.
Okay.
For the short amount of time that it lived, I think it was up for like 20 minutes or something. The philosophy behind the diagram is that the categories of dick and pussy are specifically, they're sorted more for the ways they can be related to. And like, related to and like touch. So like, it's different from necessarily like a body part being like sexy on a gay person for many reasons. So I guess for me, when I think of the wrist, I assume that it's the implication of hand stuff because due to the nature of the wrist. Yeah, I guess you can jerk a wrist like it's a dick. I mean, I want to know more. I want to be smart on it.
This is the kind of lore, by the way, you can't get on any other.
Yeah, exactly.
You think Ninja's gonna be talking about this shit? Ninja hears the word wrist and he's like, "Oh, I have to be respectful of my wife. I can't think of that right now."
Yes, exactly.
This is just like a ghost train.
Yeah, wrists are hot. Yeah, you know what? Okay, I'm starting to see it. Like,
wrists are the ankle of the hand, and we know that ankle.
And feet are untouched to feet, and feet are.
Yeah. So. See, it all makes sense.
Build a little birdhouse in your pit. Is this anything? You know, like that song?
Yeah. Fingers are absolutely good. No, literally, like it's a meme on like I see it slightly more on like a very cis focused like internet, but like people are very obsessed with like posting hand pics as if you're posting a cock pic. Which is so cool. It's just logic, really.
I'm like just imagining it in the like same like the same like low quality dick pics that like exist, where it's like a shot of the wrist, but it's like iPhone, like the default position that you were holding it in, like back facing camera, just like here's my wrist,
just like dangling there.
Yeah.
I'm going to post a hand pic where it's my fingers next to a Febreze can, and it's taken completely top down, and you can see my feet, which are wearing like white no-show socks, and
one Croc.
And the flash is on.
That's so good.
Gonna start doing that. And also, yeah, Sadie has told me a wrist can take critical damage. I will say one of the hottest things in like vampire fiction is whenever there's like a familial feeding where you're offering like a wrist for like it's different from like the neck being bitten. The wrist is quite hot.
I think it's because it's more of a like I don't know how to put. It's more of like an active and control. Like the neck is the like you are being bitten. There's like a top bottom dynamic to it.
Yeah,
but
it's
with
like
the wrist, it's like the dynamic is like reversed.
Yes, it's very that like it's very like I'm feeding you because you're helpless.
Yeah,
you're like a helpless little vampire that.
I am giving you wrist, not you are biting my neck.
Yeah, like the
right.
neck.
Yeah.
It's often like it's often like this person's gonna die.
Yeah.
From the amount of blood that is lost. But the wrist
They're gonna
is
die
like,
from
here you can have a
so
bump.
Yeah, it's the giving a bump of vampire erotica.
Absolutely. Also really love the salaryman absolute territory concept. Men absolutely have absolute territory. Okay, when a boy is like playing fucking basketball or whatever, and he's just like, oh, my face is sweaty. I'm gonna use the bottom of my shirt to wipe my sweaty face. That is men's absolute territory.
Yeah. What is absolute territory in this case? Because
it's some weeaboo shit.
Okay.
Absolute territory traditionally refers to the space between a miniskirt and a thigh-high stocking. So like the exposed flesh that is right there is known as absolute territory.
It's just known as what territory?
Absolute territory.
That's funny.
Is that from Evangelion? Is that phrase what that is?
I don't think it's from. Well, it could be.
Or it's like they borrowed the phrase.
They borrowed the phrase from Eva. I'm not sure. Is it?
I don't know. I feel like it is, but I do not quote me on that. I'm so embarrassed. There's so much shit I said in the Devil's episode that was factually wrong.
Oh, it happened. Listen.
Thank God it was behind a paywall.
The amount of shit I've said on that is just absolutely wrong. I misidentified the actress in I Care a Lot in our recent episode because I thought she was the same actress who plays Hank Schrader's wife in Breaking Bad.
Holy shit.
Because they just looked exactly the same, and it wasn't until I looked it up that I was like, wait, that's not fucking her. Who's that?
Oh my God.
What does the game want? Game, what do you want from me?
All right, I love all gay people so much. However, I'm going to have to.
However, I've had enough. I've had enough of gay people.
That really do be how it is sometimes. In this case, it's mostly because I'm going to call it early.
No problem.
Yeah.
You know, early in relative terms. But I have had a great time. I was going to leave a little bit ago, but I was so enraptured. Way too enraptured by the closet case novelist. So.
Oh my God. You can get it like. It's worth flipping through because it has caused me deep damage.
Yeah. Once it's done damaging you, throw it over to me and let's thread the AOE around. But great talking with all of you. Good night, chat. Y'all are so sweet.
Mia, are you gonna be hanging out?
I'm gonna hang out a little more. I'm gonna make another drink.
Okay.
I'll probably leave a little bit after
in that
that.
case, I will use this as a chance to go take a quick smoke break.
That's a great idea. All right.
So chat, we'll be right back. I'm gonna throw it to the BRB screen, so feel free to chat.
Yes, I'm about to exit to the Shadow Realm. Feel it.
Wow, great BRB screen. Love it.
Oh yeah, right. Makes sense. Hello, chat. Chat, how do I get a bomb badgie to blow its gas so I can take a photo for the quest in Monster Hunter Rise? You guys know how to do these things, right? No. Oh, I'm very quiet? Could be Discord. Discord can be kind of rude about my my input. No, should be so. I should just start yelling, just start screaming into the mic. Ah! Ah! Hello, everybody. People always ask what the tracks are, and I called Jay, said they wish that they could set up a little thing that shows you what the tracks are, but it would be like very, very complicated because of the way it's set up. But I think Jay knows what the tracks are. How do I get loud? Am I so quiet? Why am I so quiet? Oh, Ursus Untitled, did they like drop the song list or something? Oh yeah, I think this music is loud. I actually can't hear it right now.
What's going on?
Oh yeah, that's really loud. Hello, hi Mia.
Hi, I'm back.
You're back. You got, Girl Scout cookies? Which ones?
I currently have a little stack of Samoas,
Nice.
but the QFC that I went to, I guess due to the circumstances, this Girl Scout season, they were just carrying them in stores, so I just kind of supermarket sweets. Grabbed everything.
Yeah, I'm a Thin Mints in the freezer person.
Yep. I have
That's one thing.
Right now. That's
Oh,
like,
good.
It's funny because there's Girl Scout cookies that I like better than the Thin Mint, but I do think the frozen Thin Mint is maybe like the high watermark of.
Oh yeah. No, like a non-frozen Thin Mint is like, oh sure.
Yeah.
But a frozen Thin Mint is definitely like, oh, especially in the summer, like when it's hot. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's super hot in the Bay Area right now, which is annoying.
Well,
We got to like 85, I think, today or something, maybe more.
damn.
Super hot all of a sudden. It'll go right back to normal on, let's see what today's Wednesday. On Friday it should be back to normal, but yeah, it's like super hot right now. It's like killing me because I'm not used to the heat. And nobody here has air conditioning, you know?
Yeah, that sucks.
That's annoying. But I mean, fortunately, the nice thing about the Bay Area is it's never hot for more than like a few days.
Yeah. Yeah, I have had the lemon. The lemon ups are like kind of cute, but I want to like them more than I do.
I feel like lemon stuff is never as strongly flavored of lemon as I want it to be.
Yeah. I do feel that. I can't do lemon bars. But I want a little more.
You want a little more.
Yeah. I could do like a key lime bar. I would be into that.
How is 80? It was 550s and that was so nice. Yeah, 80 is hot and uncomfortable and sucks, Zoe. I hate this. I'm so glad the Bay Area doesn't usually go up this much.
Yeah, I love living in the Seattle dimension where it's just not hot ever the whole
Well,
summer.
it's normally never hot here either, but just, you know, every now and then there's a few days. They kind of come out of nowhere though, so they'll get you.
Yeah, what's your so yeah, the Thin Mint in the freezer is like your top tier.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. That's good. I think like I love Samoas, but there is like an absolutely tedious like fucking cake pop, like pink cake pop store in my fucking bullshit storybook New Jersey hometown that it might be closed by now or whatever, but they would make their own Samoa that was like fried in donut.
Oh wow.
That is like what I want instead of.
You want the black market Samoa?
It's like literally like it has so much like it's.
You want the counterfeit Samoa?
Yeah, no, it's fucking like gigantic, and like the like caramel is just like an inch tall, and it's just like a really good like home baked shortbread cookie and chocolate.
Damn, that does sound good.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. But I almost want to like, I think I need to adjust the meta every year that I get Girl Scout cookies.
Adjust the meta.
This year, I feel like the peanut butter tagalongs are the highest tier for me. But last year they kind of sucks because they were like weirdly sour.
Oh.
Or like not sour in like a gone bad way, but they were like
Sorry. Yeah. Huh.
But they're really good this year. They're like pleasantly salty. The other thing about Girl Scout cookies is I'm getting old and they're now too sweet for me, and I want them to literally be like more bitter and saltier. Like that's how I feel about these Samoas, is I want them to have like.
You should just put salt on.
Yeah. I could do that. You're so right. I'm gonna go do that.
I'm gonna go do that.
I'm just gonna get a pinch.
You're an adult now. You can just grab some salt. They once you're 18, the government just lets you have salt whenever you want. I made the J. Kenji Lopez chocolate chips and used full rock salt on them.
Oh.
So wait, is Kenji Lopez? That's the Bon Appetit guy, right?
He's not Bon Appetit. He is like a Serious Eats guy.
Oh wait. Okay, now I know who that is. That's right.
Yeah,
I was like,
he was last time. I think. I don't know if you were there. His specific that he's.
They're watching some of this stuff, and I've looked up some of this stuff for food science reasons.
Yes, exactly. He's the food science guy.
Yeah.
But he's also like not as tedious as you might expect.
No, I mean it was always really straightforward whenever I've seen his videos.
Yeah. I'm just glad he's not like an epic science guy. He's just like a sweet dad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
I want it to be like the darkest chocolate ever, though. Even though I kind of need dark chocolate, this is a time where I really need it.
Well, the thing is that, like, I think that chocolate is a complex thing. I mean, I'm not a big chocolate fan, but I guess my feeling on chocolate is, like, chocolate's a thing that if I eat it by itself, I guess I have certain expectations for it, and I'm not the biggest fan for it. But when chocolate's on other stuff, all of a sudden everything's completely different. Like, I might hate milk chocolate, but I might love it on something where, you know, you need something really, really earthy and bitter to balance out.
Yes. I'm the opposite. Like, I am literally a baby from Baby Planet, and I love milk chocolate. Milk chocolate.
Oh, no, I prefer milk chocolate to dark chocolate, like, very, very much.
Have you had Green and Black's milk chocolate?
Green and Black's milk chocolate? No.
It's just like a brand called Green and Black. It's like pretty. They're pretty common. They like sell some of it at like Safeway at this point. But their like plain milk chocolate bar is really, really good. It's like so funky. It basically tastes like Parmesan cheese, but in a good way. It's really, really good.
Okay, I like that. I mean, it's funny. Yeah, I always say sometimes I'm curious about, you know, fancy chocolates, nice chocolates or whatever, but in America I feel like all fancy chocolates are just very, very dark chocolate.
Yeah, no, I don't want to like bite into just dark chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it would be fine perhaps if I was into it, but I don't know. Dark chocolate's such a strong flavor on its own already that I feel like there's not like a ton of room for nuance between different dark chocolate bars. I don't know.
It's really good. It's great in like a cheese board context.
Dark chocolate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Well, and that's what I was saying before. Is like with stuff, dark chocolate can absolutely shine. Is Jay back?
I'm back. I'm eating chips.
Hello. Are you eating chocolate chips?
Chocolate.
Because we're talking about chocolate.
God, I wish. I'm eating Japanese salt and seaweed chips I got from the Asian market.
Oh my god, I love seaweed chips.
Peruvian chocolate, for whatever reason, tends to run more on the side of lots of milk, which I've always been very, very, very fond of, and I've always loved it when there's like collections of like world chocolates, and they're all like darker chocolates, and then the Peru one's like way milkier.
Yeah,
Stuck on
that's good.
Yeah, that's getting it right.
Oh wait. Oh, okay.
Tony's Chocolate is a really delicious chocolate bar, just in general.
Wait, what is it?
It has an insane name. I'm going to type it because it's not it's a portmanteau.
Oh.
But it's amazing. It's really good chocolate. I also really like their anti slavery chocolate because of how horrible the chocolate trade is, which I appreciate. But the chocolate itself is very, very delicious, and it also it comes in an absolutely gigantic, it's such a chunky and thick chocolate bar. It feels like, you know how the chocolate bars look in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? It's basically like if those were real. And it's
Ooh. Oh, whoa! And even the wrapper looks like that.
Mm-hmm. It's really, literally it's so thick and good. Really. But yeah, those are my plain chocolate racks. Are like, if you like milk chocolate, get green and black milk chocolate, and also Tony's chocolate. Really good shit.
Man, I wish there was an easy way to buy these things that wasn't Amazon.
Yeah. Maybe you know about Economy Candy in New York?
No.
It's a really great place in the Lower East Side. It's just like a fucking ancient business that has a ton of both candy and international candy. And,
oh, cool! That's really cool.
And all that stuff, and they carry new stuff too. They might have it. Incredibly wonderful, magical place to go if you're ever in New York. I once bought basically an entire display case of Haribo gummy hamburgers.
Ooh, cool.
I had a really good Seattle chocolates is surprisingly good. Really good stuff. They have Tony's Chocolonely. Yes. Go get it.
There's so many different kinds.
Oh my god. You can search by color. You can do so much shit on that website.
Whoa, Tony's Chocolonely has quite the selection.
Yeah. I want to look at Economy Candy. You can order from them online because Stola from Bon Appetit, previously from Bon Appetit, now from being Sola the icon. She bought one of their shirts, and it looks so.
That sounds really good, especially on her. I feel like
I know, it's so fucking cute. It looks like fucking streetwear.
I feel like Sola has a really good Sola can have a really good aesthetic of the cartoon character who's smarter than you.
She has a Asian style. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really sophisticated.
But it's a different. I don't know how to describe it. It's a different energy than most of the on internet guy that talks down to you because he's smart. It's completely different from that energy. There's something. It's more fun and cute, which makes me a lot more interested in actually listening to her.
Yeah. Well, she's a real person because she worked in kitchens for a fucking
yeah.
Ran actual restaurants and didn't just didn't fail upwards into the One World Trade Center. By the way, if you didn't know this, the Bon Appetit test kitchen is literally in the World Trade Center.
Whoa.
That's what they rebuilt it for.
Yeah.
There! She's up there! Look out!
I love her.
Oh yeah, France chocolate in Seattle is really good. I love chocolate. I'm a big chocolate fan. Also, salted Samoa, pretty into it.
Nice, good. I want to get some flakier, chunkier salts. I don't have any right now. I have just like, you know, like Korean salts and stuff like that. But like, I like those like big, huge, chunky ones that are like big, like hexagonal flakes and stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
I kind of like, I see those in videos and stuff, and I'm like, oh man, I kind of want some fancy salts.
They are great to crunch.
Yeah, that's so fun, especially on something like what you're eating right now. On a Samoa.
Oh my god, that's so good.
There was a moment though that I was getting really tired of salt and stuff, because it was like, I feel like, I want to say it was like maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5, where like I was getting really tired of everywhere I went, and this was in San Francisco, so it's possible it was like, you know, the area or whatever, but everywhere I went, every single dessert had sea salt on it.
Yes, I remember that moment.
Yeah, and there was a day where I went to like a fancy ice cream place, and that day it turned out all of their flavors had sea salt in them, and I was like, okay. Like, I think there was one that didn't or something, but I was just like, literally, I forget what I was like. I don't really want to leave. I don't really want to leave this ice cream place dehydrated. I just like, I don't know, like, I got really tired of it. But I feel like we've cleared out of that, and salt is safe to just put on shit again.
We've moved on for sure. I was looking back on the subject of on cinema. There's a bit where they've decided to start running like a diner theater, and there's just a bit that like everything has truffle oil in it, and it was so triggering.
Oh my god.
As
Yeah.
much as I do love truffle flavor, but I love it because it's no longer flavoring everything in the world. But that was a dark moment as well. The thing about like the kind of salt in desserts boom was that it's embarrassing that salt is a fancy ingredient in desserts for the general public of America.
Right, yeah. No, it's like, it was like in all the expensive stuff.
Yes, exactly. Like, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing that it's like, oh, look at us, we put salt in our ice cream. Like, fuck you, you should do that.
Yeah.
That's like saying, look at us, we brush our teeth in the morning and the nighttime.
Yeah, with the rest of the evidence.
Ever tell you guys the
those red
story
boxes, you'll blow us all
of the
up.
truffle oil popcorn?
I'll get the stuff from the van and meet you.
Tell me more.
So, I used to work in a theater that was attached to some other stuff, and they had event staff. And the event staff basically viewed us as free labor because they didn't have to pay us to do things.
Into the cleaner's hideout in the back
because
of their
we
van.
already got
They gave me
paid
directions
minimum
to the
wage
evidence on the top
or
floor.
slightly above minimum wage to do their work, to do their job for them, apparently. And so one of the times they were like, "Can you guys make us? We want popcorn." They'd make us make popcorn for events all the time. And one time, even if we had like busy shit that we needed to have the popcorn for because we're a fucking movie theater. And one of those times, it was like, "Oh, we want truffle oil and stuff," and we were like, "Well, to make this like pop correctly, we would have to do all this annoying shit." Which would basically involve cleaning out our fucking like kettle shit and then like re-cleaning it so that it would have the truffle oil in it and then not have it after. But we were like, all right, we'll figure something out, whatever. And then they were like, oh, don't worry, we'll provide the truffle oil. So to do something like that, for the amount of batches of truffle oil you would need, you would probably need like a gallon at least, because you have to pop it in the truffle oil. They gave us like Amazon.com truffle oil, 10-ounce bottle. That wasn't even unused. It had already been partially used. So it was like 8 ounces of truffle oil. And we were just like, fuck you. So we like just made regular popcorn and then just sprinkled it all over it and stirred it up. And we're like, fuck you. Like, I think we straight up said, like, we're not doing all this shit if you're not even giving us enough truffle oil for it to fucking matter. Sorry it doesn't taste like truffle oil. I don't know if you know this, but you gave us enough for like a single household's truffle oil dinner for the night. Not like popcorn for several hundred people.
Holy shit.
Wow.
It was 200 bags of popcorn. Thank you. Yeah, Brew remembers it.
Yeah, actually, I'm with Zoe. That would have actually been gross if you had cooked them in truffle oil.
That's like how that was the. I think that's how you would make it if you were like given the actual oil to make truffle oil popcorn, but they didn't. They just gave us, like I said, like the truffle oil Amazon.com.
Yeah,
like,
did they just give you like a commercial bottle of truffle oil, like that would be sold to somebody for their home?
I'm at the wrong end. I'll try to get to the roof to get a view of the place.
Later, I'm kinda in the middle of something.
Yeah, it's also a low smoke point. Yes.
I think that's why it's like we would have to like clean it all out and stuff because we basically couldn't make it like our regular popcorn. And this was also like, I don't remember the event, but it was definitely during like some major event where it was like we needed all of our poppers because we were expecting like 300 people every like 2 hours for like the movies that we were doing. I'm pretty sure after that, like one of the supervisors who was like chill, like straight up was like, don't ask us to do this shit. Like don't ask us to make you things without compensating us or without giving us like the actual time and resources to do it.
Fucking good for y'all. Also, okay, yeah, definitely wouldn't want to pop popcorn in sesame oil, but I have made like a kind of like a sesame oil sriracha lime popcorn in my day that went all the way off. Really delicious.
Trying to figure out where the game wants me to go. Oh wait.
Canada Husbando, I always in all my jobs ever have made a concerted effort to combat scope creep.
You're right. That's so valid.
Yeah, no, that's really what that's like one of the worst things about any job is the slow scope. Because it's one of those things where, like, even if the job starts as like not particularly busy or like not a particularly difficult job, it's still like you're not paying me more to do more work.
Yeah.
Like you're just kind of trying to take advantage of the fact that you've already paid me for work. So therefore in your mind my work is now like valueless.
Wait, kind of husband, what was your job at the zoo?
One of the things I was proud of that job is I did get them to start including like more interesting toppings than just like the fucking generic toppings shit that you can get at any place where it's like, oh, it's ranch.
Yeah, the like ranch powder.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of husband, that is insane. That is truly fucking ridiculous.
Jesus. Yeah, trying to have you be like the fucking enclosures person and like, oh, can you also do food prep? Like, I don't know, do you want salmonella? Like, what the...
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Shot dead down there. Lying. Shoot!
I like how, like, because I'm, like, chasing after Mona, I keep not telling if, like, are these bodies I made or are these bodies she made?
That owns.
But she doesn't pick up things, so it's usually kind of, I usually just look for, like, are there painkillers? If there's loot that she didn't pick up, she seems to be pretty well stocked. Combination KFC Zoo.
Hey,
yeah,
can I get a fucking 6-piece chicken wings in this place where I just touched 12 different kinds of animal without washing my hands?
Can you? I can't believe America handled coronavirus so poorly. At our please come eat fried chicken with your bare hands after visiting our pet a reptile, pet our imported disease animal.
That is so insane. That is literally like deeply unsafe. So fucked up.
Yeah.
And also just being like, hey, have you ever handled a fryer? Just do that. We're not here.
One of my favorite Baru posts was the one that's the picture of the fucking giant gallons of soda syrup. And it's just like, fuck, I don't want to fucking hear a word out of your mouth unless you've had to handle one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's probably like one of those like under-discussed class things for some reason. Is the way in which like so many jobs just have like a responsibilities creep of like management clearly viewing it as, well, we've already paid for you, so rather than paying for someone else to do this job, we're just gonna make you do the job. A lot of places were actually really bad about that were open during coronavirus. I knew someone who was working at FedEx who was talking about how like their job just like FedEx was making like record profits this year because of, you know, people needing to ship stuff. And then they were just like, oh, but also we're like cutting staff.
What the
because
fuck?
because we can make you guys do more work that you have to do already with less people and thus maximize our already insanely maximized profits.
Oh, God.
And since shipping was one of the industries that wasn't getting as much attention as an essential worker, like they could just get away with it because like people just weren't paying as much attention to them.
Goddamn.
That's one of the things that I think is like really upset me most is like the amount of industries that like also had essential workers and also had mass exploitation, but like because they were invisible, usually because they're industries that don't primarily vote for Democratic governors. The exploitation in them that got worse under COVID, just completely no coverage.
Absolute fucking nightmare shit.
Trucking was another one of those industries. I'm just blowing shit up.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Man. As much as I'm excited for post-COVID times, that is one thing I'm not...
Stamped on them.
What?
Shelbertson's,
envelopes with heroes stamped on them? Oh my god! That's something out of like... That's like if they made Falling Down 2. Oh man, we are gonna get the fall. We are in like a couple years just gonna get like a new wave of falling downs because of like coronavirus culture, or like coronavirus work culture.
Yeah, that's true.
So get this. He tells me I'm new
Oh
to the
shit,
job.
we got some goon talk.
wait, so like if there was a sticker, then was there somebody whose job was to put the stickers on the fucking envelope? Like, what the fuck waste of resources to not even make a stamp?
Cover.
I wonder if you did the math out on how much that cost, like in printing and like labor. How much money could have been saved, or how much of that money could have just then been given up to employees, and like how much more money that would have been for them.
Oh my God.
Hi everybody, welcome to I can't think of a funny pun for Chapo Trap House. Chapo, comma, trap, house.
No, Jay, no.
Escaped from custody. The bomb itself caused no casualties due to the heroic efforts of the police officers present at the time, but the lives of 2 officers and several felons in custody were lost in the subsequent shooting. Lieutenant Jim Bravura stressed that Sachs is armed and extremely dangerous. The NYPD is conducting an investigation into the allegations that Sachs had inside help in her escape. And an APB has also been put out on Detective Max Payne, who had already been suspended and under investigation on previous
that is the
misconduct
most
and
insane story I've
connections
ever
to
heard. When our city had the 3rd wave and we went back to the shelter-in-place order, which the governor countermanded, we had a brunch couple walk up to the kitchen and applaud us.
Clean Sing Cleaning Products. After dirty business, come clean with us. Dial
I love all these
555
fake-ass
clean.
commercials.
That's 555 clean. Clean Sing Cleaning Products. The choice of crime scene cleanup service.
How you holding up over there, Mia? How you holding up over there, Tony?
Hello.
Tony,
I'm fighting a Rathian.
A rat? Oh, you're fighting Raytheon?
Yeah, I'm fighting
The weapons
Raytheon.
company?
Yeah, we're putting casework together. The boys aren't here, so I have to kill my own monsters.
Oh man, is there anything more romantic than playing video games with your partners, by which I mean making them do the hard part?
Yeah, I was talking about how the other day I was playing Monster Hunter, and it was amazing because it was just 3 boyfriends killing the monsters while I was way too stoned and playing my stupid instrument and just like not hitting anything. It was a good evening.
That sounds...
It was great for everybody because let me tell you, the guys were like, "Don't worry, Tony, we've got this."
Yeah.
They had their moment.
It's like their version of getting to kill like a spider.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
I'm the person that like I make my girlfriends do that.
Kill the spider or play the video game?
No, not kill the spider. I am the person that I will not only not kill the spider, but I will cup it and take it outside for you. But you have to like beat the hard part in Mario for me.
That's queer culture.
That's really good.
You guys ever like make your partners do something like that just to flex?
Just to flex it that you can make them do it?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Bailey.
I can't do that anymore because it would just be misogynist. But my ex-girlfriend, who nobody knows about, absolutely relishes in being able to cash that in whenever possible.
Get it!
Look. A little. What's a little misogyny between? What's a little Simon? What's her name's the second sex between partners?
Jesus.
You understand, this is an over our dead bodies kind of situation.
Personally, I consider women the second first place sex. So there.
So true. I say this.
Last place is non-binary. Sorry, guys. Sorry, team.
Do not tell me to be misogynist.
I'll give you a misogyny pass.
No. I refuse.
Tony, you can't keep giving those out. Like you're gonna inflate the market.
Tony, a woman.
I have a lot of partners.
Favorite thing. You don't just give it away.
Like I, just like an old school preacher, but just like lecturing like abstinence-only education. Like, ladies, never give your man the misogyny pass before marriage. You have to make sure that he respects you by making him earn the misogyny pass.
Akasaka Spicy, you are literally just accidentally describing a fundamental tenet of technically straight T for T. It's literally like turning a dial labeled misogyny up and down and like checking the crowd for reactions like you're in The Price is Right.
Jesus Christ!
That is torture.
Well, we're talking about a lot tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love these streams.
You're really intelligent.
Yeah.
This stream is a wonderful salon.
The Twitch chat salon, I hate them so
The Twitch chat salon is like is my favorite concept that I've heard tonight. And I've heard a lot of concepts I like tonight.
I hate that so much.
Vlad had said Gugly was eliminating the competition.
The symposium.
Vlad's gun workshop. They were full of illegal firearms, enough to outfit an army. Mona, these guys are
Honestly,
packing.
okay, so
Close
Baru and I
alliances,
watched Pink
hardcore
Narcissus
sessions.
for the first time last night.
What's that
And
supposed to mean?
really, really groundbreaking, amazing movie that was really fun to watch. It is honestly, like, more movies should be an absolute, like, just absolutely just about simping for one boy.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like one of the best like movies I've seen about being sexually obsessed with somebody, because it's just a beautiful boy in all of these made up dress up situations where he's just like in a little sex outfit wearing like the like literally pants that I didn't know could fit a human ass in that way. Like absolutely groundbreaking. But the thing that Baru pointed out is that it is basically just vibes. Incredible movie to sleep with someone, to put on because you're trying to sleep with somebody.
Oh, that's one of my favorite genres.
Yeah, definitely, it's so fucking good.
Letterboxd needs to add an option for that.
I mean, probably people have made that list.
No, like filter your watch list by like, I am trying to get laid.
I'm trying to fuck.
Yeah.
They should take data like, did you get laid tonight?
Yeah.
Like afterwards.
Did you get it?
Did this movie help you get it?
What base? And you can like sort by base too.
Base? Oh, base.
Because you know sometimes you're not trying to go like too far. Like. Whoa.
I wonder if there's any movies that. I feel like for me it would have to be like a movie that I don't want to watch. It's like.
I mean,
one
sometimes
that
it's like a
absolutely
good
doesn't interest me
movie.
for some reason.
Sometimes like the trick is just like a good movie that you like kind of want to watch, but that you don't mind finishing later.
I have done that with The Thing.
The what?
The Thing.
Oh, The Thing's a great one for that because it gets too scary.
Yeah, because it's a really good movie and it's also boring.
Yeah.
The thing that helps is like if it's like if you're like not sure how it's gonna go, or if it's like maybe it could be like awkward or whatever. Like it has to be kind of good, but it also like it shouldn't be so good that you don't fuck.
Their turf, no need for disguises
But, like
anymore.
that's why Pink Narcissus is perfect, because it's like absolutely beautiful and there is no plot. You are not missing anything. It is literally just images that are really sexy. That also like they go on for so long that it's also like you're not gonna miss anything if you like
If you start macking. Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to remember what game Bear used on me. Was it Mega Man Soccer? I think maybe it was. I think famously the story with the slick move that Bear threw on our first date was that he showed me Mega Man Soccer, and then I wound up making out with him so that we could do literally anything else.
I mean, that's a good move too. Sometimes it's just something that they want to turn off.
It was powerful.
It's also a great way to stress
Credit
test
to-
how into you someone. I think my worst, most toxic femme trait. This trait good. This trait is non-gendered, because it works on anyone. Is to just stress test how into you someone is, because that makes it like so much better. Because then it's like, like stress
always,
test how
the
into
dead
you
had
someone
all the
is.
answers I was
Like,
missing.
just be like, hey, are you
It
gonna
wasn't that they
tolerate
weren't
this?
eager to talk.
Just like grabbing food off your plate with your hands and chewing on it loudly.
Like, oh,
Or
I've got a great movie. This is one of my favorites. And then you put on
all
Come
the
and See.
evidence of all the murders the cleaner has done. All the answers. It would take days to dig through it.
Or like,
I know this sounds crazy, but I need
oh
you
yeah, I
to go
really
and
like
call the
games.
cops.
Oh, what games do you
I
like?
need them
Oh,
here.
you know what? I'm in the middle of Drakengard right now. Here, let me show it to you.
Oh my god.
Just escaped from custody.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't this. Oh, no.
Holy shit, what channel has a Willem Dafoe emote?
I was about to ask, yeah.
Shinigami Eater, I guess. That's great. I love that.
There he is! We got it! We got it! No! Stop! The room's full of explosives! Stop shooting! Oh, shit! Run!
Thank you for remembering the lighthouse tweet. That was a really, really special moment in history.
Fun fact, I have taken
The building's blowing
Well,
up.
I have
That's
seen that
what's
movie
going
3
on.
times in theaters, and 2 of them were student. Well, one of them was a date, and one of them was like a pseudo date. It wasn't really a date. I just went and saw it with friends, but it was definitely like one of the friends was someone I was trying to mac on.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I feel like trying to fuck somebody and putting on that movie is really powerful.
But what's perfect about it too is that it's like just stressful enough that like they're gonna want a lot of tension to like they're gonna have like a lot to like get off their shoulders after.
Yeah. Oh, The Favorite is a great first date movie.
Oh, that's yes.
That's really sexy.
Crime Puddles. I had to explain to my partner why I thought John Lennon and Charles Manson are the same person, and that felt like a relationship stress test. That's a great relationship stress test. Now I'm just thinking about how much I love my boyfriend and how much he puts up with because of me.
Yeah, same. Same. I definitely annoy the hell out of my partners.
It's just like, it's like when you have a dog and you just like grab its muzzle and like that's
it.
You just like grab it and you're like, what are you gonna do? What would you do if I did this?
Okay, sure. I mean, you might do that. You might be just grabbing the muzzle, but I am absolutely doing this. What I just linked. That's what I'm doing in my relationships.
Oh, let me click this.
This is how I date boys.
So Addie, absolutely, we are completely dead serious about The Favorite. If she's a smart person, then it's gonna go really, really well.
It's a really great film to flag, like how insane they also are. Like if you're trying to get someone like equally insane or evil.
Yes. Yeah, it's very like I like almost don't even want to spoil it, but it's literally about like just like lesbian competitive rivalry over the same woman who is definitely a baby. It's a really good date movie.
But it's also older than both of them. And also it's like they're kind of like just negotiating power through like their own lesbian relationships.
It's so fucking hot. It's so fun.
It's the thing I've talked about where it's like The Favorite and Lighthouse are great because they're both movies made by ostensibly straight directors that are like finally delivering on what like gay people have wanted. With gay men, it's just absolute turmoil, no sex.
Yes.
And with lesbians, it's the raunchiest, most mind-fucking sex, like the most like just like depraved, fraught sex possible.
Yes. Yes.
For so long, people thought it was the inverse.
Yeah, I don't want to say any. Yeah, that's true. I don't want to say any spoilers, but yeah, the favorite is correct there.
You're also gonna learn. You're gonna learn a lot about the person that you watch that with, and hopefully it's good. It might be a stress test for if
For
your girl
you.
to is whack. But if it's good,
the way I would describe that
the
film
real one.
is that's like Amy Adams, right? Who's the younger girl in that film, or the new
Emma
girl?
Stone.
What?
Emma Stone is
Emma Stone. Thank you. Emma Stone is who I wish people is the kind of character I wish people met when they were talking about like chaos by energy.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh my god, that scene where she can't stop like
Yeah, the scene where they're consummating. They're consummating.
That's such a fucking Yorgos Lanthimos amazing like sex scenes. He has a really good erotic eye.
It was so blessed of him to, after giving us everything that happens with Colin Farrell in Killing of a Sacred Deer, to turn around and give us the favorite.
Yeah, and if anything, like Killing of a Sacred Deer, like feels like an expansion pack to like the way that Colin Farrell is erotic in The Lobster.
Yes.
Like he literally like he basically plays the same character. By the fucking like I have said this before, it's been a while since The Lobster came out. Literally, Colin Farrell with like 40 extra pounds on him, 60 extra pounds. Literally incredibly sexy.
And
like wildly sexy.
And like the dad body hair.
He cannot be any thinner than that.
Mona wanted. If it was the same thing,
He turns into nothing.
We got Romeo in the chat. Hi, Romeo.
Oh my god, Romeo.
He came in to see what I was doing.
Synapses, driving her
Oh no, he's grumpy because I'm holding him and he wants to go run away.
She had arrived
Also,
to the site while I
y'all
was
know what
inside
Yorgos
the condemned
Lanthimos
building.
looks like?
I don't know what went on
Freak,
with her.
right?
Max, I'm
I guess.
Where
He's like a sexy chubby man.
I'm at the wrong end.
Okay.
Try to get to the roof to get a view.
Wait, what's this about sexy chubby man?
Yorgos.
Be that way.
The
Is he tall?
director
He
of
gives
The
off
Favorite.
tall vibes.
And,
The director of The Favorite. Oh.
yeah, just look him up. It's just like really good that he looks like that, and that's the type of movie he makes because he's just like that just makes him a perfect like film school boyfriend, you know?
Film school boyfriend.
Twisted evil mind on this.
His father was a pro basketball.
God, this dude looks like an ex of mine.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of Tony's type.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Huge fan that I now get to play as Mona because Max Payne exploded. Ooh.
Oh hell yeah, that kicks ass. The girl portion, my favorite part of the game.
She handles like the hey, I gotta give him credit for giving her like actually unique. Fuck, even her scope is unique. That's foresight. There you go. How cool to spend the previous level just teasing how much of a badass she is, and then just make you play as her. Or not make you, but then just have you play as her.
Yeah, that's great. I like that. It's funny because I feel like that trope in video games of like the cool girl character, I guess that would basically be a Mary Sue, and then you can play her later, is like has happened enough times that it's a trope, but it has never been a trope that I wasn't like, oh hell yeah, when it happened.
But it works. Like it's a trope that works every time.
I'm not tired of it yet. That's what I'm saying. Keep it coming.
I guess the only time I could think of where I was tired of it was like maybe oh fuck. Maybe fucking The Last of Us. But really I think I just didn't like that game. I think that's the real problem there.
Game bad.
I don't want to definitively say it's bad. I don't think it's a good game.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, thank God, chat's got the right opinions. I see. Those are paint cans. Oh, okay. That would explain why they weren't exploding. Well. Where did you come from?
Bang town.
I don't like that they just kind of like fell down these. That they would just like decide to do the thing I do of just like skipping, going like down steps and just plummeting. Fuck. Man, her sniper rifle rules. You just hated it because you hate the Citizen Kane of video games? I do hate the Citizen... First off, we've had the Citizen Kane of video games. It was Mario.
Oh.
Wish the first was the last of them. Hey!
Yeah. I didn't play The Last of Us 2. Was it as good or as bad as everybody yelled? I assumed it was just extremely mediocre. Which is like the most divisive thing you can be in games.
Yeah.
Because then people can't have like canon opinions on your game.
The Citizen Kane of video games was Line Rider.
The Citizen Kane of video games, we know the devil.
So true, bitch. Okay. This is fucking me up. I can't believe this basketball shit.
Oh, well, you're talking about Yorgos'
so
dad?
hot. That's like the, like, I think of him as like, I get, like, the common thread in his movies is that he seems like a shy boy. I don't know if he's sweet, but he definitely seems shy.
Yeah.
So the idea that he's also a basketball player, I really love.
It's like, it's really just like makes him feel like the guy from My Dad is a Rock Star.
Absolutely.
Remember that show? It's good. It's actually good if you don't. So don't answer that.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't. I'm glad.
Oh, it's just like one of those like Kappa Mikey era like kid shows that's just like the absolute like gutter worst. Where it's just like, we have a concept. I don't know. Kid's dad is a rock star, and it's funny because like, what kind of wacky situations could that lead to?
Oh my god.
Remember? I've been like learning more about that era basically entirely because like kids who grew up where like that would have been their like show that they watched all the time now will like post about those shows.
Yeah. Oof.
Like how everybody talks about Phineas and Ferb now, and I'm like, I was
Yeah.
like, is that like a show of note? And I'm like, I guess it is if you like were of the age to watch stuff like that when it was out. But I always remembered it as the show where I was like, there just was never like a second to breathe.
Yeah, no, I was definitely like aged out of like a show like that by the time that happened. So I'm just like, oh my god, you are 9 years younger than me.
Yeah.
When I see people, like,
Same.
posting about it like it's SpongeBob.
Yeah, no, same. It's such a like, just the amount of just like, ha, guys, Candace be like, I'm gonna tell mom, and it's like, does she be like that? I don't know. This show wasn't on TV all the time when I was 12.
For real.
Oh, well, those are expensive.
Those were what?
I said, oh, those are explosive barrels. Because, like, all the red cans I'd been shooting were paint cans, but now I'm finally in an area where the red barrels are, in fact, explosives.
I misheard and thought you were calling the barrels, those are explosive girls.
Oh!
Hi, Flowers. Oh my god, I
Hi,
miss
Flowers.
Flowers.
Flowers in the chat.
Said
Flowers.
hi to Jay because Derek but I love them.
Flowers is home. They say hi, Jay.
Hello,
Aw.
flowers.
Hey,
I
also
miss
didn't get a hi.
flowers.
Excuse me.
Zoe,
I
tell
like flowers.
Flowers.
Like, that is
Lovely.
not fair because like the past like 4 times that I've seen Flowers, like he has done something so fucking unbelievably sweet to me that like I wanted to start crying.
Yeah, that's Flowers energy.
Like literally, like every time I see Flowers, like you know that the TikTok of like a guy making another guy a sandwich, and they're just like the guy's like crying, like you made me a sandwich.
Yes, absolutely.
Like that level of sweetness towards
Yeah,
me.
that's accurate.
Like so, I'm making a big ruckus.
Flowers says hello and to shut up, according to Zoe.
Yeah.
Zoe,
Flowers.
tell Flowers to get the vaccine faster.
Yeah, get the vaccine faster.
I don't have.
Or if they already have it, I don't know. Just let me know. They finally opened up vaccines here in April rather than in fucking May.
Yeah, yeah. Bear already got double vaccinated, so if anybody wants a smooch, I'll send him over.
Him up, yeah.
But, I don't have either, sadly. I don't qualify yet.
Flowers has the first dose. All right, we love a vaccinated cunt. Hey.
Wait a second, that's floating. Get out of there.
It's so chic to have your first dose of the vaccine.
It's good.
Yeah, it's always like, it's so rare that I know people who had gotten the 2 already, just because of how like specific the qualifications usually had to be for it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
or not
he's
specific.
in
but, like,
medicine, so yeah.
I was gonna say yeah, like it was like the only person I knew. I was gonna say who is somebody who like works as an RN. So it's like yeah, no
Yeah,
shit, your
yeah.
first line.
yeah, exactly. You know, like yes. But sadly,
But
I am nothing that warrants a vaccination other than lonely. I'm not lonely, but I just want to feed my friends.
Yeah, I will say, Tony, you should. I don't know how California's rollout has been, but you should look like maybe directly on their site or anything. Because a big thing I discovered here for Washington's is that they're fucking terrible at messaging changes.
Yeah. No, I'll keep checking.
Yeah. Like literally today, they finally just like gave up on it, and we're like, all right, April 15th, everyone can get it.
On the 1st, which is tomorrow, they're gonna have new stuff. So.
Oh hell yeah.
I'm gonna look because it's like open to some now or on the 1st, and then it's gonna be open to everyone. I think on the 15th or something. So it's not even that far away. But I was gonna check the site tomorrow once it updates.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm fine. I don't go outside anyways. I would never.
No, I'm at least glad that like everybody I know, or at this point everybody I know who is not able to get the first dose are all in positions where they're like, oh yeah, it's not a big deal. It's not like it's not like, oh, I still have to go to work, which is like, for a long time I knew a lot of people who were not able to get their first dose, but it's like, yeah, I still have to go to work. But my industry just doesn't qualify as getting the vaccine.
Sometimes, Mona, you gotta go down to get up.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Mona, for... That's what I say when it's like, oh, I need to figure out how I'm going to get to the next room. Wait, it wasn't even like... Okay.
Mona, I know this sounds crazy, but I need you to go and call the cops. I need them here.
You're right. You are crazy. I'm a fugitive, Max. I just escaped from custody.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't
Go
this.
to hell, Max.
I love what a bitch she is to Max.
Bastard.
Say again.
What? Wait, where was that guy? Man, this level is not generous with the painkillers. What if I were to play Lara Croft games? What Lara Croft game should I start with?
going on?
The building's blowing up. That's what's going on.
Max? Damn you.
Oh yeah, how are people feeling about going to sleepy time soon?
Oh yeah,
I am asleep.
You are asleep. Yeah, I just saw Eddie Elmans is heading out here soon. And what you know what they say? Once Eddie Elmans is heading out, party's over.
Once Eddie's out, then it's sleepy time.
Party don't end till Eddie goes home. I'm gonna try to get to like another save-ish point here. And I'll probably call.
Con and husband, no, I'm so fucking sorry that Taco Bell closed.
That wait, like did their Taco Bell close permanently, or just?
No, just for the day. Oh,
Max.
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
Harsh.
Okay.
Maybe this.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so we had this thing here where like, I wanted to get the spicy potato tacos, but my roommate's like, oh,
yeah.
the website's like online thing isn't working, so like we'll just go there and pick them up. But like the spicy potato tacos were online only.
What the fuck?
What?
Which makes no sense to me, because in theory, it's all the ingredients are still there, and they clearly must have like a button. Oh hey Max. Oh bye Max.
What the hell? Oh,
Throw
is
the
Max
rules
dying?
out the window.
No, he just landed.
Max?
This hadn't been my first fall in the night. Still, just a prelude to the real deal. Still, a long way
Because the name
to
of my
bottom.
game, The Fall of Max Payne.
Max, company.
Mona, you have to take them out. Buy me time. I couldn't live without her.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
fuck.
getting shot.
Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff up here.
Got friends.
So okay, yeah, I gotta save Max Payne.
Man, that would be so bad at this.
When your dog eats
Oh, Arkham Knight.
Dick Cheney made
201,
money off the
thank
Iraq
you.
War.
Are they, oh my god, they were just standing over Max Payne and shooting him.
Any ideas?
Try to get inside. Head my way.
Oh, I like this. Good thing they only shot his legs, it looks like. One of those guys. I was trying to figure out which one of those circle strafing guys was Max.
I need to get across the courtyard to the next door. I need you to cover me.
Alright, I'm trying. Good night, EA Games. Night, everybody. Who's leaving?
Good night.
Can't get a good shot from here. I'll have to backtrack through the building to get a better view.
It's not like I'm in a hurry.
Okay.
Do you want us to crack jokes about it?
I
Or
am
do you
also
want
going
me
to go. I think.
Alright, yeah, no
Thought so.
problem.
Alright, good night, everybody.
We'll save here. And I'll probably dip as well.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
We all dip.
Yeah, we're all
Good
dipping.
night.
Thanks for joining, everybody. Next time,
Great night.
Mona
Good night.
will liberate Max Payne.
Oh, liberate sexually?
She'll awaken something in him, I'm sure. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Are we on live?